let's start. Do we need a recap today, or is everybody on point on what happened last week?
Well, it was pretty short, other than meeting Yarno. What was his name?
Laertes.
Laertes. Yes. Other than meeting Laertes and then taking him along on our adventure, and then him promptly running off a cliff.
And Gray, take some inspiration for your excellent note taking. I see he's got a lot of notes taken in the notes section.
Well, thank you.
All right, picking up from where we left off yesterday, you guys have come up to this mountain face, which appears to be the lair of the orcs, since you were attacked by orcs. And also, it appears to be pretty heavily defended with arrow slits from which the orcs were shooting at you, and you were having a difficult time getting them back. Drake cast a darkness spell, which drove the orcs away from the arrow slits, temporarily giving you guys some reprieve because the orcs can't see you. So you just the first thing you hear is the orcs scamper off, and then somewhere in the distance, deep to the south, you hear a door slam shut. Must be a huge door, but by the amount of clang it makes when it slams shut. And you may go.
Yeah, are we still in initiative order, or are we breaking with that now?
The initiative has ended since the orcs have retreated, and there's no more visible or known enemies for you to fight right now.
Okay. I'm just staying towards the middle of the pack and keeping everybody within the darkness for the time being. Sorry. If you want light, you can go way, way ahead of me.
You have you have 20 feet. I'm sorry, let me unlock the tokens. So you have 20 feet around in a sphere around you with your darkness spell, correct?
Yeah, I think that's correct. I'll have to double check.
Well, is it 20-foot radius or 20-foot diameter? I don't recall.
It usually gives it in radius, but
it's whatever that is. It looks like it's 20-foot radius.
Yeah, that looks like a 20-foot. That's because it's huge. All right. I wish. Oh man, this is a problem. These tokens they get blocked by walls.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. You think tokens would be like free draggable?
They used to be until the recent Fantasy Grounds update. Now they're no longer draggable. Yeah, I can't even put it on top of you, man. I can't even put it on top of you because it's wall blocked. Yeah, we know where it is. We know where it is.
Yeah, anything within what, four squares?
Yeah. Let me just take this away for a second. There we go. We know where it is. We know it's on you.
Going to move down farther and try to get in.
Yeah, as you get to the bottom of the stairs, you get beyond this you get beyond the stairs, and you can see that it opens up to a rather large entranceway. The floor of this entranceway is well carved with stones, interlaced stones. This is not orc work. You think that this is probably dwarven work, and since you guys are in the fortress of Kundrakar. So the shadow steps lead up through the steep fissure to the south, and then they turn up to the mountainside from where you came from.
Arrow slits within view.
Yes, you do see arrow slits.
Once we're down here, I'll put my darkness away for the moment, just so that everybody can see again.
You see an arrow slit over here, and you see a second arrow slit on the south over here. Since you guys were, I'm sorry, not there. Since you guys were just recently attacked through arrow slits, you recognize them now. You know what they look like. So you do see them over there and there. And this...
Go ahead.
Oh, there we go. I'm opening up as we go. So since this room opens up, you see that it continues down into some steep stairs, and then at the end of the room, you see a large double door.
Do you want me to go try to scout ahead a little bit since I have at least the cover in case it's like an ambush or something?
Did you drop the
Yeah.
darkness?
Yeah, he said he did.
I just basically
Covered
have
it.
it under my coat for right now, my cloak. I can always pull it back out.
So all the way to the opposite end of this room, you see double doors that you guess were the ones that just slammed shut.
Okay. I'm gonna do kind of like a search. Well, it's gonna be a relatively quick search. Probably no more than a minute. But I'm looking along. Well, we obviously know there's arrow slits, but like any other sorts of traps, secret passages. I gotta say it. Anything that is out of place.
Oh, how are you searching? What are you searching for specifically?
Visually mostly, and with the walls, it'll kind of be a by feel thing, looking for any discontinuities in the brickwork.
You can roll a perception for this one.
Okay.
You see, there. Are you walking over there? As you walk right through there, the orcs are gonna. There's two orcs ready to actions taking a shot at you.
I'm in total darkness. They can if they want to, but it's at disadvantage.
Okay, wait a second.
It's basically just pitch black.
Yeah, they're gonna take shots at because they can still see there's a big orb of darkness. So when they see the orb coming, they are going to take their disadvantage shots.
Yeah, they're probably in it, to be honest with you.
Right before they get in it, they have ready actions. So they'll take 2 shots at you at disadvantage. Let me click the disadvantage button.
I say out to the group, we have more orcs, more company. Oh,
One of them gets you. Oh, I'm sorry, that second one. Well, it's at disadvantage, so even if I rolled again, he would have missed. So they let loose their arrows. Even though they have no idea where you are, they release their arrows into the darkness. One of them gets lucky and lands an arrow in you.
yep. And that's going to be a concentration roll. I don't know why. Because I don't have the effect up. Yeah, I need to roll concentration on that.
You do have the effect up. It just happened to not.
I just put it up. I put it in the tower.
You want me to show you what you rolled?
What was it?
How do I show you?
I don't know. Can you just drag the number and drop it in chat?
All right.
Oh God.
Natural 1 on
You rolled a nat 1. But you didn't. Did you have a modifier to your concentration, to your constitution?
I do. It's a +2.
Okay, it didn't add the modifier in your roll when you rolled it, but it was a nat. You rolled a nat
yeah,
1.
it was a natural 1, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
He gets the orc to the south gets really lucky, lands an arrow right into your leg, momentarily disrupting your concentration as your spell falls.
Yeah, it was unexpected by for sure unexpected. Yeah, in that case, I'm taking my back up against the wall.
We may go into initiative again.
Same initiative, or do you want new initiative?
I cleared the initiative, so we're going to have to roll a new initiative. On the other side of the double doors, you hear snorting and grunting from the orcs back there.
But they are closed, correct?
Yeah, the orcs slammed the door closed behind them.
Are there handles on the doors?
No, but the doors open inward.
Is the doors to the south or the east?
The door is to the east. To the north and the south are arrow slits from which orcs are firing arrows at you.
Okay.
All right,
So
everybody's
down there by Lynn,
in.
that's the arrow slit. I'm sorry. I just getting Oregon. Down there by Lynn is the arrow slit.
I tried.
yeah.
I tried to point to you where the arrow slit is. Let me point them out again. So you see where I. So that's the north arrow slit and the south arrow slit in the same line.
Okay.
Actually, why don't I? Can I open? Are they open?
I don't see them.
I can see the southern one a little bit.
There.
A little
I'm gonna
lower.
open these arrow slits because they're, for whatever reason, they. Oh, they close them. So just in case you guys make a big mistake and just walk by or something like that. So they don't want you to have a knowledge of it beforehand. That's why the module has it closed. Yeah. So now you can kind of see it.
Yeah, I can see the. I can see him a little bit. Yeah.
Greg, you're at top of initiative.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, darkness just went away. Sorry.
So you got more spell slots, right?
Not until we rest.
Did you use your other spell slot?
Yeah, I've used both of them. I used one for darkness and one for shield.
Hmm.
Am I still under the effects of mage armor? Let's see.
Yes, 8 hours.
Yeah, mage armor lasts for a long time.
All right. Good.
Yeah, you basically have a full adventuring day on mage armor.
All right. Well, I see. I see Drake, and he's probably got an arrow stuck in him.
You can actually see these orcs behind a little bit of the orcs, like behind these arrow slits. You can see them kind of moving around a little bit, trying to ready their bow, trying to get an angle.
All right. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna target one of them. Magic missile.
You have to move closer because he has to be able to see you for you to be able to see him. You know what I mean? So you have to probably get into his range of bow to target him. But you can move out of it afterwards.
All right. Well.
So you have to be able to see him before you can target him.
All right. So I can't target him. Then. That's
No, you can target him. You
This
just
is as far as I can move from where it was.
Yep.
And the thing with magic missile is there's no attack, no save, just damage.
yeah, I know. I'm just seeing. How come you can't see him?
I think he can
I
hit the
know.
north one.
Oh, I
but-
see him now. I see him now. He can probably see him.
For a
now
moment, I
can't.
saw the one work, but
Yeah, I'm wondering why you can't see him.
is it where I'm positioned? Maybe I'm just moving my token for a moment just to see. But this is as far
I
as
think
can
it. I think it has to do with the way it draws line of sight because it's so narrow.
You should be able to see him
There. Well,
from
there.
where you were
Yeah,
standing.
You can't. You literally can't see them unless you're like right in line.
There, now you can see him.
All
You
right,
can shoot your magic missile.
All right, so magic
He didn't really
missile,
move out. I'm just moving him so you can see him, because you should be able to see him. I don't know why you couldn't. Flock.
First four takes.
You might want to untarget yourself because you're doing damage to yourself.
All right.
Let me. I'll take the damage off of you. Just. There you go.
There we go. So that's that one. If I can see Orc Bowman 2.
You should be able to.
All right.
I'll bring him out so you can target him.
And then the second magic missile at him. And then. Cool. And then. And I'll cast the third one at the Bowman because the one that's next to Drake, I don't know if he purposely just brought them out so I could see them or if
Yeah,
they're
no, he
actually
brought him out
there.
so you could see him. They're still back in their.
Yeah, I just brought him out because you should be able to see him, but you weren't seeing them for module lighting reasons. Because they have a pretty wide arc to what they can see and shoot at. So if they can see you, you should be able to see them too.
All right, so I'll just work 2, why that didn't appear. Did the damage appear? Oh, it did.
It did.
Okay.
It did.
Right.
Yeah, the orc, that magic missile just stung that orc right in the face. He lets out a grunt of ferocity. All right, now I'm going to put them back where they were.
That'll end my turn because I've already as far
Did you
as I
shoot
can.
Oh, you did shoot all 3 of your missiles
Yeah,
already?
yeah.
Okay.
All right, Drake, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna Hexblade's Curse Bowman number 1 here as my bonus action.
I think did you damage yourself somehow?
No, that was the arrow that I took.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you hit me apparently for 6 damage.
I thought you had temporary hit points.
Oh no, those went with the previous fight.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot.
I haven't recast False Life yet.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's an action, so I would have to use my action to do it. But I will bonus action Hexblade's Curse, and then I'm just gonna thrust my one scimitar through the arrow slit up here to the north.
If you try to do that, he's got to get he's got to get 3/4 cover. It's going to be very tough to hit him through the arrow slit. You can do it. It's just he gets 3/4 cover with that attack.
I'll take it.
Okay, so it's -5 to your attack.
So it's basically going to be straight up on the roll.
I think if you click superior cover.
So, yeah, it was 14 plus 5 minus 5.
Oh, the roll was 14.
Yeah, the roll was 14, but then it's plus 5 minus 5.
Okay, that hits anyway.
And
you just happen to connect.
It didn't do... Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, cool. So it's, the 2 points of damage plus the 3. Okay, cool. So 7.
He screams out in unrelenting pain. That dark curse that you put on him has got him in a frenzy again.
Yeah, and then I'm going to try to break line of sight here.
I'm going to say he has no opportunity attack. He's not going to try to attack you through the arrow slit. He's not going to, drop his bow and try to...
Yeah, I'm just basically going to come back to that corner. And that'll be it.
All right. And we go all the way down to Gray. Oh, no, Orc Bowman number 1. Now, this orc can see you, Greg. So he's going to try to shoot you.
Try to make yourself look small.
But he rolls a nat 1.
All right.
Nothing. He got nothing. Orc number 2 can also see you. The other orc that you attacked with the magic missile. And he's going to roll a 12, which isn't enough to penetrate your mage armor. As the arrow whizzes right into your face, but clangs off your armor. And then it's Gray's turn.
Okay, then. I can see orc number 2. So I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at him from there.
Oh, Lynn, you're not in initiative.
She is. She rolled a 0.
Oh.
She rolled a nat 1 with a -1 modifier.
Okay, let me put you at 1 then, because it's for whatever reason it was okay. There you go.
Yeah, there's something buggy.
So the initiatives don't include zeros.
Yeah.
So I'll just put you at 1 since there's nobody that's 1 also. So.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever rolled 0 on initiative.
I don't think I ever have either.
Gray,
I don't think I ever had a negative modifier initiative.
Gray, you miss anyway. But if you were to try to attack the orc through the arrow slit, you attack with a -5 because of a 3/4 cover.
I forgot about that. Well, I missed anyway. So, I think I'm going to move down here, try to get out of line of sight as much as
The orc to the north can still see you down there. The one to the south can't.
Yeah, that's okay. Split their fire. Make them shoot at different targets.
Okay. Okay, I guess I will pass my turn.
And we are down to Lynn.
Tall are the arrow slits? How high up do they start off the ground?
I would say that they're maybe like 5 feet up. There may be like I'm sorry, they are they go up like up and down like 5 feet each, and they are about 1 foot wide, just enough for them to fair. And they go all the way up. They go all the way up, like maybe they're like 5 foot wide, and they're I would say they're like 2 feet off the ceiling. So the arrow slits are usually pretty high up.
If she went to right here and then crouched down or ducked down,
Yeah, the one to the south wouldn't be able to see you, but the one to the north would.
well, like she is at least going to try that. I'm going to move here, crouch down, and get all the way to there. Let's see, that was
The orcs wouldn't take opportunity attacks at you through the arrow slits anyway.
okay.
I'm trying to open this thing. It's frustrating me. Anything else on your turn?
If they don't shoot, I'm just going to use all my movement until I'm here.
You get there, and there is a thick wooden double door. On the other side of the door, you hear clamoring, and you hear a lot of orcs speaking. Since you don't understand orc.
Okay. And then that is it for the moment.
Back up on initiative, we have Gregory.
All right. I'm going to Sure, is this 2 or is this 1?
Orc number 1
One
is
is heavily injured. 2 is only moderately injured.
All right. Looks like I'm still targeting 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Firebolt on it.
If you cast Fireball, you have to cast at a -5 because you have to hit it through the arrow slit. So you think it'll be a bit of a challenge.
All right. Well, I'll give it a go either way.
15. What is your modifier?
+5. I
Yeah,
believe,
so it canceled out.
All
So
right.
the
If-
-5 penalty and my +5 modifier cancel.
Okay, then you managed to hit this orc through the arrow slit.
Nice.
All right.
Good
Damage.
damage. Not bad.
4 damage.
Orcs.
And then what I'll do is I'll use my move action to. There we go. I don't know if he's able to get a line of sight to shoot me.
The one to the north can still see you. You can still see him. The one to the south you can no longer see.
All right, so I'll step here and then I'll end my turn.
Excellent. Drake is up.
Yep. So having seen what Lynn just did, I'm gonna come up to the arrow slit on the northern wall here, and then I'm actually gonna make a attack through the arrow slit, because I want my hit points back. That's a miss. I'll offhand it as well.
Ooh, with the offhand, you managed to get him. And you kill him
I get
through
hit
the
points
arrow
back.
slit.
Nice job.
I get 6 hit points back. All right. Well, that's my use of Hexblade's curse until we short rest. So knowing that he's dead, I'm not even gonna bother crouching. I'm just gonna come up to the door as well. All right, guys. 1 orc left to take care of.
When Drake gets there, Lynn just wants to say, "You don't suppose Laertes really knew anything about this thing, this place, do you?
He might have. Who knows?
Do you think that little indentation down there could be considered a dog's tail?
Which indentation are you talking about? I don't see it.
Where,
Down here at the south,
yeah,
she's talking about.
Oh, that's
because I could,
yeah, cleverly looks the look. I mean, if you were, but the thing is, if you were to look at it while you're in character as the character, you may not notice it. But from the map perspective, it kind of looks like a tail.
Hey, it might be. Who knows? I'll have a search at it as soon as the coast is clear.
This orc cannot see anything, so the orc makes a snort and a grunt, and you don't know what happened because you can't see the orc either.
one snort for yes, one grunt for no.
He makes 2 snorts and 1 grunt. Gray, you're up. What do you want to do?
Okay. I want to move. Can I see the guy in the north?
You move into this area, and the orc to the north has died. He's been killed. The orc to the south has moved away.
Also, I don't see anything in
No,
there.
no, you just see that you see an empty arrow slit. We're out of combat now.
Yeah,
But
so
we're gonna keep the initiative, but we're out of combat for now because the orcs have left. Well, the orc to the south has left. Now it's very obvious that there's orcs across this door. They are snorting. You know that they're preparing something behind the door.
Well, I can move a little closer so I can hear since I speak orc. Can I hear what they're saying?
I'll move out of the way for you.
I listen at the door to see if I can hear what's going on.
Yes, you listen to the side. You hear a lot of grunts, them cursing like, "Who are these humans? What are they doing here?" And then you hear one orc grunts out.
Phalanx formation, he says.
Oh
They're
God!
getting in formation, getting ready to come in, guys.
I'm gonna actually take Lynn's advice. I'm gonna go check out this little nook down here.
Well, in the meantime, I think, at least for now, I'm going to move back and ready a arrow shot for if someone comes through that door.
I am specifically looking for any kind of passage, secret or otherwise.
Lynn's gonna move there and ready the sacred flame cantrip.
You look around carefully, and you know it's a tight squeeze in there. You kind of shuffle around. You do find a little parcel. It's a small package, and you open it up, and there's 25 gold in there. But this gold appears to be very ancient, probably from the door. But you don't find any secret passages. I'll add that to the party sheet.
So you don't even require perception for that?
Nope.
All right.
Depends on the DC. The DC's like nothing. I'm not gonna make you do extra rolls for no purpose.
All right. Well, I will still check out these walls and see if I can find some other passage other than coming through the front door.
You spend some time looking around. Besides the arrow slits, there's no entrance into this fortress itself. It seems heavily fortified, very well built. There's still orc grunting, but the orcs don't open the door. I think it appears that they have they're kind of they have you at a standstill, and they're just waiting you out.
Guys, I'm gonna actually say that we kind of pull back here and maybe let the I mean, I'm sure they're just gonna double their guard, but I kind of have a feeling that they're doing that anyway.
If the door's unlocked, we could open it. get in good position and then open it with a mage hand.
Yeah, you don't think there's a lock per se on the door because there's no handle, there's no keyhole, there's nothing like that. But you think that these doors are they're probably maybe barred on the other side. You're not really sure. I mean, these are big main entrance double doors, and they're not the original ones that belonged to this castle. You're sure of that. They're probably shoddily constructed by the orcs to take the place of the original doors, because you figure that original doors designed by dwarves would not be made out of wood and wouldn't look so shoddy.
Are they wooden doors?
Doors originally designed by dwarves.
They're now. Are they?
Yeah, now they're kind of shoddy. They're made out of like tree trunks. They're made out of straw. They're strung together with straw. They look kind of shoddy. They don't look like really heavy, super. The door, they like, compared to the architecture of the place you're in, they don't look like they belong here. So you think that the orcs built this door here?
What was your idea, Drake?
Well, I was gonna propose that we take some sort of rest and maybe try to come back at nightfall, when perhaps things have died down a little bit. I'm sure they're gonna post new guards by then, but we might catch them napping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't particularly like the idea of breaking open doors into a set ambush.
Yeah,
We can
that
set the
makes
door on
sense.
fire.
How much of
Take
the
a torch and
cliff's
set the-
edge is actually, how much of that back there is cliff's edge, like where Laertes went over?
Well, everything that you can see is cliff's edge.
So even on the,
To the west, yes. So if you were to go out to that area, yeah, that whole line that you're standing next to is all cliff's edge. It's a sharp, steep drop, hundreds of feet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to actually pull back down the trail a little ways, I have a feeling.
I'd also suggest that we kind of lean out over the cliff's edge as we're going up, because if there is another way in, that would
That's a
be
good idea,
place
yeah.
for it.
Yeah, well, at this point, let's pull back, and one of you guys is probably going to be better at this. Probably Gray would be better at finding, since it's nature, entrances in a rock face.
Like hang over the
Yeah,
go
just
over
like
on a rope or
walk along the edge, and not with a rope, but walk along the edge and just kind of stare down the rock face and
Yeah.
look for any kind of opening.
okay, I'll do that. I'll use my perception to see if I can see anything that looks like an entrance or
As
another way
you
to get
as you walk along the edge, you realize that you can't see into the face of the mountain because the edge juts out. It you realize that the way the edge is created, it appears that this used to be a bigger structure, and half of this structure has collapsed. And because you can see that there's parts of the floor that are missing, and they comprise the edge itself. Now you look down the edge, and all you see is the bottom of the mountain.
Let's get away from the arrow slits at least, guys. We don't need them to be coming back and firing at us in the open.
So you guys
back.
retreat, and the orcs don't seem to follow you.
Yeah, I guess if you want to look down on the cliff, we're going to have to climb over. Is that what the GM is basically indicating here?
If you try to go over the cliff, it's a steep drop down. So if you put on a rope or something, you can probably see the face of the mountain.
Well, I'd be willing to go over if you guys pull me back up, hang me down to where I can see, and
Yeah, let's just get away from this entrance hall a little bit. Let's back down to wherever down here where this circle thing is.
So you guys are able to back down out of the range of the orcs. As you go back down to the path, this is the path that you took to come up here. And what are you looking for right now? Where are you looking?
Well, I think Gray's going over the edge. I'll find a place to tie off a rope to.
So you tie a rope on Gray and you hang off the edge. Off the edge there, you don't see any entrances.
I don't see anything.
What
Let me
about
back up, please.
Anywhere else you want to look?
how about along the side of the cliff on this side, just to see if maybe
You can roll me a perception.
I'll help her. And plus she could give herself guidance. Or I can search if she'd prefer.
guidance. Saloon, guide me.
Are you rolling, Lynn?
Yep.
Okay. Roll advantage, I'm helping you.
Now perception.
All right, let's see that perception. Make it good. Were you rolling with advantage?
Well, I was
He-
told her I'm
yeah.
helping her look.
Oh, I see. Okay. You do indeed see that. So the where you're standing is the face of the mountain, and it juts up very steeply. You see somewhere in the beyond to the east. You think that it's something around about 100 feet, like 150 feet. You see a billow of smoke, sort of like a campfire. However, this is very high up. So you realize that if you were to try to get to this smoke, you'd have to literally climb the face of this mountain.
I like it though. Talk about a surprise. Nothing like pulling the Santa Claus on him.
Hmm.
But this billow of smoke, it resembles, it's not unlike the wagon that was burning. This resembles more like a type of a campfire or something along those lines. It's not a massive, it doesn't look like a massive uncontained fire. It looks more like a campfire. But it's pretty far away, and you'd have to, it's a lot of mountain climbing involved to get there.
Yeah, I'm more of a forest guy. I'm not sure I could climb 150 feet.
Well, that's the horizontal distance. The height you don't even know. You estimate the horizontal distance of where the smoke is coming from is about 150 feet, and this is jagged mountain. You'll be literally climbing up a mountain face. There's no easy path or anything like that, but you think that there's something over there. You could go check it out if you wanted to.
Is there any way to get up? This path is the only thing we saw coming up. There's no.
Yeah, it appears to be that this is the only path. It's a well-traveled path by orcs.
All right. Well, let's at least wait until nightfall when things have calmed down. Because I imagine after like a couple hours, they're probably going to think that we're gone. Not to say that they aren't going to prepare some other kind of defenses while we're gone, but at least be able to regain a little bit of the element of surprise.
Are you suggesting we take a short rest?
I'm actually thinking, since it's what, like morning now, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, this would probably be
Or
more
can you want
like
to take a long rest?
long rest into like nightfall, like
Where would you like to take this long rest then? You could climb all the way back down the path, back down the mountain. The path itself is steep, jagged along the face of the mountain. You don't think there's any real, I mean, non-exposed areas. You could take a lot. You could try to set up camp on the path itself, but it's pretty well traveled.
Yeah, I would say we probably want somewhere not traveled. I know I work better under darkness, so I don't know how the rest of you feel about darkness.
So if you were to
Not
take the
great,
path,
actually.
yeah, if you were to take the path back down to the foot of the mountain where there's more cover, it would probably be nighttime by the time you get there.
Really?
Yeah, probably by sunset, nighttime. That's the time it is. Right now, it's like midday.
Oh, it's that long of a journey up here, huh?
Yeah, it's a couple of hours because it's not an easy walk. It's a pretty big hike. If you ever hiked up a mountain, you're not moving that fast. But when you
Does it
hike
appear
down,
like
it's faster.
Yeah, does it appear like there's any kind of cliff edge? Like anywhere over the edge of the cliff that there might be a flat, you get what I'm saying? Like a level off point.
I'll let you roll a survival if you can find something like that. It's not going to be easy roll, but I'll let you.
That's more of a gray thing. Survival.
Yeah, I'll let you roll a survival to find something like that. I need an intelligence based survival.
Yeah, I'll help you with that, Gray.
Well, actually,
I need an intelligence based.
intelligence based. It's not going. I'm probably not the best to do that.
Because you look around and you look around the cliff face and the jagged mountains, and you have to figure out, well, if I choose that spot to rest, is that a safe spot? Is it visible? Is it going to fall? So you got to think about it. So I would say, yeah.
So if he can help me, can I roll with advantage and can I get guidance? Because I do still get a +2.
You got to tell me how he's going to help you. I will give it to him. You just got to tell me.
I'm just giving him eyes, basically. I'm looking for like a flat outcrop, and I'm like, how about that? Does that look good?
Yeah, pointing out things to me that I don't see. And
All right. All right, you can go ahead and roll it.
Lynn, can you give me guidance?
I'll drop it on you.
Ready?
You look around and you think that, maybe over on the far edge, there may be like a flat area you guys can set up camp, but in order to get there, it would be a very difficult kind of climb. You'd have to be climbing around steep mountains. But you think, yeah, maybe all the way to the west, all the way on the far edge, there's somewhere that you think you can set up camp. But the journey there will be challenging, you think, for somebody who's not really good at climbing. Probably take a lot of athletics to get there, you think. We'll say it's like off to the edge over here somewhere.
Well, what about if a couple of the more dexterous of our members try to attempt to climb, and then how could we use rope to aid the other members that aren't as dexterous?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Athletics is strength, so
Yeah, I mean, climbing is more of an athletics thing.
I got +3 on athletics, so and Lynn's probably got
Yeah.
How about Lynn?
+2.
Yeah, you think that if somebody were to make that climb, then that person can kind of lead the rope, and everybody else will be able to use that rope and make that climb with advantage. So one person can make that climb.
If I can get some guidance again, I'll give it a try. Guidance don't work on that, does it?
It does.
Okay.
Well, in that case, if we have to make more than one roll, it might be better for me to do it because I can keep asking for guidance.
that's true.
I'm willing to demur to you if that's what you want, Lynn.
I will give it a shot.
Also, Lynn's gonna try to make the climb.
Yep. Does it
Okay.
make any difference if I'm in armor or not? If I take off my armor, does that help?
It would help. It wouldn't make a difference in the rolls. You don't have plate mail or anything, right? You have like I think chain mail or split mail.
Chain.
It's something movable. Yeah, it wouldn't make a difference. You don't think?
Okay.
I'm cheering her on.
If you had plate mail, I mean, your joints can barely move, so you probably have to take that off.
Okay.
All right, let's start off first with an athletics check as you grapple onto the wall.
I'll keep hold of a safety rope. How far is this going to be away?
You think about a good 60, 70 feet.
Okay, so
All the way on the
two
rock's
lengths-
edge.
2 lengths of the rope.
Yeah, you think you have enough rope to be able to do this.
Okay, well, we'll keep a safety rope on you just in case you fall.
Okay.
All right, let's start off with an athletics roll.
So, Saloon, guide me. Lift.
You manage to grapple on. And then athletics roll. Your fingers sort of slip, but you're able to catch yourself. Now you're hanging on with only one hand.
Come on, Lynn.
Give me a second athletics roll to get your bearings. Now you're dangling on one hand. All
Keep your
right,
stuff guided that time.
that's okay. That was good enough. So so now you manage to grab the rock with your both hands, and you're trying to shimmy along, and you're shimmying at a very slow pace, and then all of a sudden you hear because of the how much you've disturbed the rock face, a boulder begins dropping right in front of you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Better guide yourself this time. Definitely say a prayer to Saloon this time.
Do I have time to do that?
To guide yourself? Or what?
Yep. Or with a
To say a quick
I
prayer.
don't think it works. on saving throws,
I
unfortunately.
don't think so. Not in this case. We need a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Thwack! The boulder hits you. You don't let go. You're back holding on with one hand, but you do take this much damage. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. The boulder smacks into you. A bunch of rocks crumple on top of you, but you manage to hold on. And you continue to shimmy along. You're shimmying along. You're about 30 feet. You're about 30 feet away from this flat platform. You're feeling really weak. Your hands are getting sweaty. I need a Constitution save. All right, you managed to get through.
I was on the edge of my seat.
You managed to get through, and you're on this kind of flat area that Gray had spotted out earlier. You do have the rope with you. You're able
for a minute.
Yeah, you're able. It was quite an ordeal for you to get over there.
All right, Greg, you're next.
Is there a place I can secure the rope?
Yeah, you can tie it. You can. There's a boulder nearby. You can just tie it to that. The boulder looks pretty heavy. It's not gonna crash.
And then I'll yell down, "Watch that place with the rocks."
Now, the other end of the rope, there's nowhere to tie it.
I'm thinking that one of us is just going to hold on to it because we're not going to want to leave the rope here, right? Because that'll just give it away where we are.
Yeah.
All right, who's up next?
Did you...
Greg, that's you, man.
Greg, all I need is, now that there's a rope there, all I need is an athletics check with advantage. Just one roll.
Oops, with advantage.
It's the person who makes the first attempt that makes all those rolls. You only need to roll one time with advantage. No problem. You make it across.
It's a good thing you had advantage, though. I saw that 5 roll across there.
All right, which one of us is next?
I'll go that way. You can scrape me off the path if I don't do any good
All right, rock, paper, scissors. You win.
or lose. One of them. Athletics.
Yes, it's athletics with advantage.
Did you want that in the tower?
I do prefer skill checks in the tower.
All right.
No problem. You make it across. You make it across like, you know, like hand over hand, like Rambo style.
I'm a half elf, so you know.
All right, the three of you are over there. The only person left is Drake.
Yeah, I'm
Alright,
tying
I'm
the
gonna
rope to
put you-
myself here, and because I realize I may have to make some unaided checks here.
Could we just pull him up?
You could do that if he lets go.
Yeah,
And he just-
I can rappel down basically, right? And then at the point where the rope becomes taut again, they can start pulling.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So what do you want? Athletics with advantage?
Yeah, we'll take the same check for you to get over there.
Oh, I need to do that in the tower.
That's okay. That's enough. These aren't hard checks. It's only the first person making a cross that takes the hard check. So you guys managed to make it. It's about 60 plus feet off. It's angled in a way where you can probably like hide yourselves if there were orcs on this platform. That's why you think that this is a good spot. You are able to make camp here.
Would we also be able to take pot shots at them from here if they come out onto the ledge?
You think so, but you know it's pretty far. So it's going to be long distance fighting.
Yeah,
And they can-
probably
and if you
as a
can-
last resort.
If you can see them, they can see you too.
Yeah, we'll probably want to hide ourselves. Speaking of which, Gray, you want to make up some kind of barricade, or I don't know, some kind of disguise the outcrop.
Yeah, the way that this area that you're standing on is shaped is that you can actually just angle yourselves where the mountain's in the way and they can't see you.
Can we see any more details from where the smoke's coming from across on the other side?
Oh yes, you can see that the smoke. Now this smoke is even farther away from where you're standing, but you're higher up, so you can definitely see that. It appears that the smoke is coming out of some sort of chimney, and the chimney is just dug right into the mountain.
That's interesting.
So it actually wasn't a campsite, so that would have been a wasted climb probably.
Well, actually, I wonder what would happen if we could block the chimney.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
It would be
Oh,
interesting.
you might smoke them out. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, depending on who it is.
So I can't. If we're taking a long rest, I do have the alarm spell now that I could cast maybe down at the base of the where we came up, and just in case someone starts coming up, or even
How far? What's the distance that you have to have this alarm spell?
it's a 20-foot range, but I don't know if it's within 20 foot. I didn't let me look.
How far do you have to be close to this alarm spell for it to alert you?
The range is only 30 feet, so I wouldn't be able to put it down.
Yeah, it's too
on
far
the thing.
away.
But I could put it at the edge of where we're at. Of the
Yeah, you can put it at
platform.
on your platform, no problem. All right, so I'm assuming everybody's committed to taking a nice long rest.
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah.
gonna keep watches too
Restore-
until darkness comes.
Restore all my first level spell slots. Yes.
Healed my wounds. I feel pretty good.
Oh, so terrible with that false life roll. Rolled the lowest possible number I could get.
All right. So 8 hours pass by. Now it's nighttime. As you guys wake up and kind of lick your wounds, recharge your spells.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first things first. We got to get back over to the pathway.
Well, the minute you look around from where you, because where you guys were resting, it was out of sight from the platform. The minute you look around the platform, there are 4 orcs with bows and arrows sitting there, very very much at alert and very much looking directly at where you guys were sleeping. Now, because you are at an angle, they can't see you yet, but just when you poke your head out, you see them all there, all looking. They're all like scanning exactly where you guys were resting.
Oh, so they know where we're at, huh?
They know.
All right. Well, let's just stay behind the edge then here for a second.
Yeah, they can't see you from where they're at, but they know that you're there.
All right. Well, that didn't work out so well. Is there an escape path out of here?
You think that you don't think that it would be very easy. You'd have to scale down the mountain.
Greg, do you have Featherfall prepared?
I do.
How many people can you safely protect with Featherfall?
Let's see, how many people can I do Featherfall?
Is Featherfall concentration? If so, then it's pretty much 1, because unless you can't cast higher level spell slots yet.
Featherfall. Let's see. Takes 1 action, which you take when you or a creature within 60 feet of you falls. There's 1 reaction. 60 feet of range. Oh. Choose up to 5 falling creatures within range. A falling creature's rate of descent slows to 60 feet per, and it lasts a minute. Doesn't say anything about concentration.
So we could basically just all jump off the side of this mountain and be good.
Yeah. Yeah. And a rate of fall would be 60 feet per minute.
Per round, I thought.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, 60 feet per round. That's 60 feet per 6 seconds. Okay.
Of course, they could be shooting with
That's like 10 feet per second.
If you have
Well, remember, I can put us in darkness, so any shot they would be taking
That sounds
would
like
be
a good idea.
They would be just shooting into a giant ball of blackness.
Yeah, and if we land before the spell ends, that minute ends, then we take no falling.
Okay, if you can do 5 creatures, you certainly can get the entire party out of this sticky situation with Featherfall.
Yeah, let's.
I want to remind Greg to cast Mage Armor before we start. It'll be good for about the rest of the day.
Now, one thing is that as you Featherfall out of here, you realize that as you jump off the mountain, even as you cast Featherfall, these orcs are going to be able to take a pot shot at you.
Okay. Well, before
that's why I'm throwing us into darkness before we jump.
They will take a disadvantage pot shot at you in that case.
Before we jump, I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself. So I target myself.
Because the orcs are on high alert. They pretty much have readied actions. And they have pretty good dark vision. They can't see through magical darkness, of course.
Yep. Okay, everybody, link hands.
Okay, are you ready to pull this off?
Let's do it.
Okay, you got so you cast darkness surrounding the entire party in a black sphere, and you guys just do a leap of faith with Featherfall, and you guys begin floating. Now these orcs, they see a big blob of darkness, and they just shoot at the darkness. Magic missile at the darkness.
I shout out, neener, neener, neener.
So Greg, you're 1, Drake, you're 2, Gray, you're 3, and Lynn, you're 4. Orc number 1. He is going to fire at Gray with disadvantage. He misses. Next orc.
I heard something buzz by my ear, guys. Look out.
This one is coming at you, Lynn.
Okay.
Also with disadvantage. He misses. It could have been a crit, but with the darkness, he misses.
Man.
And then the third orc. That is at Drake. Also at disadvantage.
If you roll a 1, it'll be absolutely even.
Yeah.
A 1 and a 20. What are the odds, man? He can't. Well, they're just randomly shooting into the darkness, so it's not.
true.
It's
That's
not likely.
basically what this is. Yeah.
So, and finally, the last one is going to come at Greg.
Well,
Wow,
you did.
what
Each
are
one
the
of us.
odds?
That was pretty awesome.
What are the odds? Oh my goodness. That last one also misses, and you guys safely
All right.
float out of the way. Who thought, Drake, because you thought of this fantastic idea to get out of this situation, that's your inspiration there. You get inspiration.
All right, Drake.
You guys safely land on the ground. I mean, you're in a craggy, rocky area, but you can walk your way out of there and get out of this situation.
Well, that wasn't exactly what we were planning to do, but it was improvised good nonetheless. Good teamwork, everyone.
That was
I like the
really
fact that we
awesome.
can work together.
Cool, I like that.
You look around and you see a battle axe on the floor. It's Laertes' battle axe. No sign of Laertes.
Huh. Where are we
Interesting.
at? Are we down on that platform now, or?
You're at the base. You're towards the base of the mountain at this point, but you're just as you look up, you can see like 200 plus feet up. You can see that cliff that that the orcs were at.
We should probably take that battle axe.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah. So
The battle axe
we
doesn't
left-
appear to be magically enchanted or anything. It appears to be just a normal battle axe. It's got some fancy dwarven carvings on it, but you don't think it's like especially magical or valuable. And it seems kind of dull too.
But yeah,
So
remember that.
he left his battle axe there, but he's nowhere to be seen. No,
Not a sign, no
out of his
blood,
no,
no crushed dwarf, no flattened dwarf, nothing. Just his battle axe.
Just his battle axe. No remains or any trace of him. Can I check the battle axe to see if there was anything with it out of the ordinary from how it was when he had it?
You don't have to roll. I will show you. You look around the battle axe, and you see. Where is this? You see this crest on the battle axe.
Was that there before?
Yeah. But you didn't get a good look at it. You didn't want to try to pry this thing out of Laertes' hand before. But now that you have it to yourself, you just kind of look at it. You're like, that's an interesting looking crest.
All right, who knows dwarven history?
Well, I'm not a dwarf. I'm an elf. A half elf. I'm about the last person you want to ask about dwarven history.
Greg, you're probably the most well
yeah, I was gonna
of
say,
all of us.
what would Gregory know about
Yeah, you can roll. You can roll a history.
history check? All right, history check. I'm gonna roll a history check.
With guidance.
Should I use that?
You can't identify what exactly this crest means, but you do notice some features of the crest. For instance, it's a lion flanked by an eagle and a griffin, and you realize that any crest, that has a lion on it, in terms of the dwarven clans, it's probably something given to a dwarf who has done like something really great in battle, or some dwarf that's done something really amazing, like some honored hero, like a Purple Heart kind of thing. So if this crest, if it did indeed belong to Durgadin, it means that he's some sort of hero. Like it's like a Purple Heart, but you can't identify what exactly this crest means or what family it is or anything like that.
All right, but I do know that this.
Yeah, it's clear Durgadin was a veteran. I mean, just the way he wielded the axe made it very obvious that he knew how to fight, even though he's blind.
And the crest on the axe means that he must be something special among the dwarf clan.
Yeah, probably an honored hero. Somebody who gets a medal.
So after looking at the crest, Gregory will just say like out loud, not to anybody in particular, just like, "Wow, I think that maybe Laertes was right after all. I'm starting to be more intrigued and have more reason to believe his stories."
Maybe that he was a king.
Something. Or at least there's some truths to his stories.
Yeah, I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Maybe he is Durgadin and just disguised as an old senile geezer.
All right, well, we have a very rough night ahead of us anyway, because now we're in the middle of a mountainous chasm, and
But you guys feel like from where you guys are standing, it wouldn't be like a really. It'll be a long and difficult walk, but it won't be anything dangerous to just walk back into the forest from where you came. Now from where you are, hold on, let me check. What do you guys what do you guys want to do right now?
get out of the chasm.
You can go north or south out of the chasm. North, south, because if you go east is the mountain itself, and so north, south, west, whichever direction you choose.
We came from the south, right?
You came from the south.
Why don't we go north? Maybe we can find another trail up or some other way to come at them.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Something that maybe they aren't expecting.
Yeah, maybe an entrance. Maybe there's a secret entrance behind the fortress that the orcs don't know about.
We could always look for that tail.
Yeah.
Laertes was going on about.
Okay.
A dog's tail that Durgan mentioned.
Excellent. So I'll show you guys where you are. You guys are. You see that little that white spot? That's where you are right now. The cliff's edge is directly to the east where you guys had fallen from. And all around you there's a lot of forest to the west. Along the mountain you can see the mountain is extremely steep, and the top of the mountain obviously is the Stone's Tooth, but near the base of the mountain is more traversable. So you show me where you want to go.
Where's the chimney at in relation to this?
So the chimney that you guys saw, ignore the other chimney. The chimney that you guys saw was around here.
All right. Well,
being as we're kind of in a foresty area, is that right?
Yeah, you get your forest abilities in the foresty area.
Well,
how long would it take?
I'd just like to check around to see if there's any easier trails or anything of that nature. If I could find any signs of orcs passing through.
You roll with advantage looking for orcs, obviously, and because you're in your favorite terrain.
So you want me to roll perception?
What are you searching for, or what are you trying to look for? You're looking for trails.
I'm trying to find trails and any indications of that orcs has been.
Give me an investigation. Roll it with advantage.
Okay.
Because you're looking around, looking for signs of traversing. Because on perception basis, you just see forest.
Okay.
So you don't see any signs of orcs, and you feel like you've made a very thorough search. So you think that this area is not where the orcs don't actually come to this area.
I asked Gray how long does he think it would take to
Gray, you
walk
do
around
see
the
some sign that there's some wolves about.
I do. I tell the party that there seems to be some wolves about, so we're going to have to be careful.
How long do you think it would take to hike around this mountain? Like completely
I would-
around it, going clockwise.
You can hike around it. You can find some spots to walk over it about a day or so. I mean, it's not easy, but you can do it.
Right. Because I was going to say, like, let's look for this tail. I mean, it could just be complete gibberish, but at this point, they obviously, I mean, doing anything to not come through the front door might be advantageous.
The orcs aren't going anywhere, so it's not like we have to hurry. That I
Sure.
know of.
And then, GM, what is this other little hill down to the south of the mountain?
You guys haven't seen it yet. That's why I haven't shown
Right
you this
there.
map. You're talking about this thing, right?
Yeah.
You guys haven't interacted with it, so you don't know it's there. You don't actually have a map.
Have we seen it coming up
Obviously,
the trail
you know
yet?
it's there because you see the map. No, you didn't see it coming. You didn't see anything unusual coming up the trail.
Oh, okay. So
Obviously, there's
it's-
something there at this point, metagaming wise, but you guys didn't see it when you were coming up.
Yeah, we were
okay.
obviously deep in like forest and
Yeah.
stuff like that, so we couldn't see.
Yeah, you don't know what that was
That's-
about. We'll just
Okay,
say
I'm okay with doing the clockwise, going around and seeing what else we can perceive as we walk around.
now, as Gray, you feel that there's wolves in this area, and if you're not careful, the party will be ambushed by wolves. I mean, you're very familiar with the forest and everything like that, and you know that these hungry wolves, the way they hunt around in packs, they're very scent based, and you feel that if you were to just kind of casually stroll around, there's a very high chance that you'll get ambushed.
So quietly and without giving off scent.
It's hard to not give off scent in terms of a way that where a wolf won't smell you.
And it's hard for Lynn to be quiet.
Yeah.
But you do realize that you can make the trek, but it's not guaranteed. But there's a chance that these wolves you'll be ambushed by wolves, just because of what you searched and you saw like droppings and little patches of fur on the trees, so you know that these are wolves.
Okay,
Are
my
you any good at hunting?
my natural explorer ability says that even when you are engaged in another activity while traveling in your favored terrain, such as forcing, navigating, or tracking, you remain alert to danger.
Yes, you'll
So
be.
I am very, in my force, I am very alert. So I'll be able to.
Does it mean that you
Yeah.
can't be surprised at all?
Are you asking? Or are you telling me?
No, I'm asking. Because I haven't read that thing in a while. Let's say that. Well, you're definitely a woodsman, so we will say that you would have a good idea if you think wolves are coming at you.
Okay.
I mean, it will be more difficult for the wolves to surprise the party
Okay.
with you around.
Yeah, you might know ways to evade them, I guess, as well, possibly.
Yeah, so I would say that it would be difficult for the wolves to catch you guys by surprise. You'd have fair warning.
Well, plus we're careful. We're being careful
Yeah.
too.
Have we seen any wildlife around the area, like deer, rabbits, and stuff, or are they keeping a distance from us?
Nothing unusual about the wildlife. I mean, you've seen like a couple of rabbits and hares and some muskrats or something, but nothing like unusual about the wildlife.
If we have the chance to shoot a deer, maybe we could carry it and use it if we are attacked by wolves, because they'd probably be more interested in the deer. And if they
Already
don't,
Greg, do you want to go hunting? You can go.
Hey, I think that's a good idea. If Greg can lead us through this expedition, I wouldn't mind. And if push comes to shove and they don't ambush us, maybe we have some fresh meat for dinner.
Gray,
and our rations.
It's a
Greg,
win-win.
if you want to go hunting, roll me a survival check. You can go and try to hunt something. Hunt some meat.
Right. Okay.
Let's see how high you roll.
Do I roll with advantage?
Well, yeah, you're in your forest area, right?
Right. Right, but I was making sure.
Whoa, crap! Yeah, you take down an elk. More, you can put it on a tensor's disc, I guess.
Throw it on the tensor's disc.
Yeah, this is like 400 plus pounds of meat.
Well,
400
if any wolf packs attack us,
that'll
we'll
take up
have
a lot
more
of
than
the-
enough to give to them.
That'll take up a lot of the tensor's floating disk space. 400 pounds.
It's okay. We don't have any loot here yet.
Well, you
It's
you,
only
you can
temporary anyway.
skin and clean the elk and just only have the usable parts, or you can throw the entire beast right on the disc.
Oh, just throw the entire beast on the disc. Don't take time to clean it.
All right. So it can only hold another 100 pounds.
All right. So you guys are. What is your plan? Where do you want to end up? Just show me.
Well, we're going counterclockwise around the mountain just to see if we
Thought
can
we were
find
going
the
clockwise.
dog's tail.
Okay.
Or sorry, clockwise. Yes.
So it's going to take
Um,
it'll take about a day for you to do so. If you're ready to commit to that, let's. Gray, there are some wolves about. You can hear it with your keen senses. You can hear the wolves dashing through the forest. They're not making themselves visible, but you can perceive them through your hearing and the tremors in the ground. There's a lot of them. There's a huge pack of wolves, and they're just kind of circling around you. As you guys have made it to about like here. It's been half a day, and you're making around in the forest. But now you guys know the wolves are there.
Oh, are they actively stalking us?
Oh yeah.
Give them the elk.
Yeah, we can probably drop the elk and see if maybe as we walk away they'll take the bait.
All right. You drop the elk.
That's up to the party.
Yeah, let's drop the elk and then slowly we'll
Yeah,
just start walking
pretty
away.
Okay, excellent. You guys drop the elk and you continue along your path, and you realize that the wolves are closing in on the elk, and you hear the wolves voraciously chewing the elk up. Whose idea was it to pick up an elk?
That was who?
Me.
Lynn,
Yeah,
get
yeah,
some
yeah.
inspiration. That was a great idea. You guys,
Yeah.
you guys avoided the wolves. The wolves were just hungry. You guys avoided the wolves, and you complete your day's journey, and you guys end up in around this area. Now, as you look around, you realize that now the land has turned from deep forest into swamp. The floor of the forest is starting to get squishy and covered with water. And you can smell the bog. The mountain is directly to the west of you.
Yeah, I thought we were keeping in close proximity to the base of the mountain.
How close?
Enough to avoid the swamp anyway.
So you're here, but you guys can smell the swamp even from where you're at. So as you get over there, I need each one of you to roll a perception. You can do guidance, whatever you want. Help, guidance, whatever you want. Every single one of you rolls a perception.
You say,
You guys notice that orcs have made camp here, but you don't notice anything else. You do notice an abandoned camp where the orcs were, but you don't see any tracks or where the camp. You see tracks that go south that circle around the mountain, but you don't see anything else.
Can anybody tell how long ago they used this as a camp? Or are we just-
Recently, the embers of the fire is still somewhat hot.
If we hurry, we might be able to catch up and do another ambush.
Yeah, the orcs left this camp and went south.
I would sleep a lot safer knowing that another orc patrol was gone.
So from where you guys are standing, you notice that to the east there is a lake, and you can see that it's getting swampy in this area. You can smell the swampiness in the air, even from where you're standing. Finally, to the south, you notice that there is some smoke in the air.
Does it look anything like a dog's tail?
I guess it depends on how abstract you think of things.
Yeah, like what is that white plume coming out of it?
It's smoke.
But not the same as like the chimney.
You think it seems to be a little bit more than a chimney, more smoke than a chimney. It certainly doesn't look like that caravan that was burning. That was pretty dramatic.
Okay, but
Just
it's
like, all right. I don't know if Durgadin mentioned what kind of dog it was that the tail.
Durgadin.
well, my vote would be to, for the time being, we haven't seen action today. And this patrol that was here left relatively recently. I would say we try and ambush them and take them out.
Well, we can't ambush them other than unless they come back. We just have to catch them.
Well, that's what I mean. Chase,
Yeah.
track them down, and ambush them that way.
Can you?
Yeah,
get-
you guys have a couple options. You have the lake. You have that plume of smoke that's coming out of that seems to be coming out of nowhere. And of course, you have, the mountain itself and the area you guys had escaped from earlier. And then the orcs that seem to be heading south.
Now, Laertes talked about a water, a moat. Maybe that was the lake.
He did mention a moat. Although you can't imagine a moat would be that far away from the castle itself.
That's true.
Unless it's a really big castle.
I think we should go after the orcs, reduce their numbers.
Yeah, any way we can at this point.
I'm good with that.
It's one less guard that they'll have available to them. They'll have to send more out to replace these ones.
Can you track them? See where they're going?
Yes, you can
Yeah,
follow these footprints. It wouldn't be too hard. You guys choose to are committed to following these orcs.
I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, Gray will probably take point on this.
Yes, they are favored enemies, so I should be able to track them fairly easily.
See if we can't maybe preserve an element of surprise. So move quietly but quickly.
Okay, so you guys follow these orc tracks, and the orcs tracks seem to be circling around. They seem to be going back towards the path up the mountain. Oh, I'm sorry. The path leading away from the mountain, the path that you guys came up to go up the mountain. So it looks like these orcs are going out to patrol. And as you guys, you're gonna keep as you guys keep catching up to the orcs. Gray, you're up front. Seeing that you have the biggest advantage in your favorite terrain and your favorite enemy, and you are able to get the drop on the orcs. You see that there's 5 orcs One of these orcs looks a little bit different. He's wearing a really fancy headdress.
Well, I tell the party that I think there may be a chieftain or perhaps an orc shaman.
Well, you know orcs, so roll me a history with advantage.
All right.
You notice that this orc has an eye patch on. One of his eyes is missing. And you recognize this orc as an Eye of Groomish. You know about these Eyes of Groomish. These orcs worship Groomish. That is the orcish god. These orcs are kind of considered clerics to Groomish. They rise in the ranks of other orcs by being fierce in battle. And in order to become this cleric of Groomish, the orc has to willfully take out his own eye. It is replaced by the Eye of Groomish. That's why they're called. And the orc has to slay elves to do so. So this orc is probably high up on the chain of orcs.
All more reason to take him out.
Yeah,
So yeah, you're able to sneak up on them. The rest of the party, you're far enough behind where they don't see you. But so there's four orcs, and then this Eye of Groomish, and the two of the orcs they're pulling a wagon. The wagon is empty. It's like just this board on wheels. So you recognize, Gray, that this is the orcs' kind of a war wagon. What the orcs like to do is they go out, they will get the jump, they'll pillage, loot, and then everything that they loot, they put on the war wagon, and they haul the war wagon back to their camp. So this is sort of their MO here. But this Eye of Groomish is probably a higher ranking orc. Very unusual to be seen among just the regular pillagers.
Gray, are you coming back, or are you coming back to tell us about this? Or...
Yes, Yeah, I think I need to sneak back to let them know what's going on, and also to suggest that we take out the shaman as quickly as possible.
Oh, I've got an idea about that.
Okay.
I've got the silence spell now, and I could cast that on an arrow that somebody who is good at shooting could, when we attack, could shoot into their ranks. And if it could keep him from casting any spells.
Huh.
Oh, I like this. Silence.
I like
darkness.
that. Yes, any spells that require a verbal component cannot be casted in the silent sphere.
Right.
Yeah, let's do it.
So she has to cast it on a item, and then the item needs to be thrown.
No, you don't have to cast it on an item. I think you can cast it on a point or a person, but if you attach it to an item, I think that
it's like my darkness spell.
Yeah, it follows it.
So I can cast it within 120 feet, but somebody who could do a good arrow could get it even farther out than that if we wanted to have a...
Yeah, especially stick it in him. If you stick it in him, that would be great. Because then it's going to move with him, and hopefully he's not smart enough to realize that.
Then what happens if I miss is it just becomes a static silence cone, or
basically.
it is.
If you miss, I will randomly roll to see where it lands. How about that?
Okay, I'm good with that.
I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
I like it. I've never thought of anything like that myself, but I think it's a fantastic idea. I think you need another inspiration just for thinking that, even if whether it works or not.
Lynn.
You know, because maybe the orc is a monk and knows how to deflect an arrow or something and sling it back at you, but that's unlikely, right? There's that monk ability where he catches a projectile and throws it back at you.
Yeah.
Catch or deflect projectile or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
But I think that's a 5th level ability for a monk.
Yeah, that would be horrible, but
It'd be funny though, I have to admit. So
all right.
if we want to do that, I'll cast guidance on whoever's shooting the arrow and then cast silence on the arrow and hand it to them.
Well, I
Whenever
think I'm the
we're
obvious
ready.
one to shoot the arrow. I get extra
Yeah, and
everything with the
I'm
arrow.
gonna stay at max range of my Eldritch Blast, but as soon as it looks like that arrow lands, I'm gonna follow up with an Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so Gray, you sneak up on the orcs, and because you are it's your favorite enemy and your favorite terrain. I will allow the rest of the party to be guided by you to be able to get into striking range without having to roll stealth or anything like that. How about that? I mean, this is your favorite enemy on your favorite terrain, so you deserve some extra for that. So everybody, you get it. You're able to get into a position within striking distance. All right, and Gray, you're gonna set off the fight as you see the orcs all show up.
And take guidance on your shot with the arrow.
Let's roll some. We lost our initiative from the rest,
Yeah.
so let's get back into
Does
initiative.
guidance work on attacks? I thought it was just skill checks.
Oh, well,
Yeah, see, that's the role I want for
Ah.
initiative.
I
Oh,
think
wait,
I'll match you.
way to do me one better, Gray. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're tied. Yeah, okay.
We're tied.
Yeah, guidance. Unfortunately, because it's a cantrip, it's only applicable to ability checks. It doesn't even apply to saving throws.
okay. In that case, well, yeah. Okay.
Well, guess what? Gray, you attack with advantage. Because they don't even know you're there. You guys have just snuck up. Not only do you attack with advantage, you guys get a surprise round.
Okay, so
So this orc is moving in a band, kind of moseying along. This leader orc, the Eye of Groomish, he is in front. And he's kind of chirping along. He's saying like this. It's sort of like he's saying this war song, rock glock, and the other orcs saying lock lock, and they're like marching in step. Who do you want to hit? They're all within striking distance, within a couple of feet each other.
So is Lofthoff the
Yeah,
Groomish?
he's
who I
the Eye of Groomish.
Yeah, that's who I want to hit.
I'll look back at Greg and just say, I know you have Mage Armor up, but I would still stay out of melee if you can.
Yeah. Do I need to target him?
Yeah, you do need to target him. We don't have a map. I could drop a map, but I enjoy the theater of the mind.
Oh, that's fine.
You guys do good in theater of the mind, actually.
Yeah.
The other party was complaining about theater of the mind. I'm like, come on, man.
Am I targeting?
You are targeting him.
Target. Oh, okay. So I'll go ahead and take the shot then, I guess. Let's see, I got the advantage. Longbow, and the silence is on my arrow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh,
Critical hit.
Whoa! Listen, with a critical hit, I'm gonna say that arrow lodges so deeply inside Lofthoff that he can't even pull it out. It is just like it is right through his shoulder, through the tendons of his bones. He cannot possibly pull it out. It's on him. It's stuck on him. Roll your damage.
Okay. Did it come up?
It rolled, but Fantasy Grounds is like lagging to heck.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, I also want to cast my or throw my swarm at him since I hit him.
The swarm flies in, and you can see all the orcs begin screaming, but they were making no noise.
Pantomime
Nice.
screaming.
So if I roll this swarm, since I got him targeted, it'll go on him, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not the great, but still better than
18
nothing.
points of damage is brutal, though. Don't kid yourself.
Yeah, for level 3, it's a lot of damage. These orcs are just these orcs are just in a frightened frenzy, but they're screaming, but they can't hear each other. They're confused. They are frightened. They are ravenous.
All right, then I'll pass my turn.
All right. Loftoff is getting Eldritch Blast.
You also get you get advantage. Everybody was hidden.
This is a surprise round, so do I get my bonus action as well, or do I just get like the single attack?
No, you get a full turn. You guys all get a full turn before they even get a turn, and you get advantage because you guys surprised them, and they didn't even see you when you surprised them.
All right, in that case, Loftoff is getting a hex spell cast on him.
It's not his day, is
hex spell. Yeah. Hold on, I got to drag that onto him. All right, now I can go ahead and cast my Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Boom.
and that's it. I'm gonna move 30 feet closer to him, but that's it for my turn.
Oh, so you don't have agonizing blast, right?
No, I do not.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't see
No,
it.
I took the darkness vision instead of the agonizing blast.
Okay, this is still surprise round. Lynn, you're up. You have advantage on your attacks.
How far away are they from us? Approximately.
However far you want them to be.
So
They're within melee distance if you want to run up and attack, or if.
I was just gonna do a guiding bolt if I could reach.
Oh
him.
yeah, you can reach him,
Okay, so target him.
and you get advantage on that attack.
I don't know what that was.
Why were there 3 things rolled?
I don't know.
Oh, does he have a save on that?
No, not on the guiding bolt. Guiding bolt's the first. You. I mean, it's a crit anyway, but I was wondering why there were 3 dice rolled.
Yeah, it just says 20, but then it says dropped 8, but I don't know why it showed 3 dice.
I think you rolled the attack twice. That's what I think happened. You rolled the attack twice, and the second time you rolled with advantage.
I did not mean to do the twice.
Yeah, I think. You know what? Why don't you just do the critical hit damage? I love it, Loftoff is going down. But you can tell this Eye of Broomish is very tough.
Oh my god, what the heck was that?
Not that tough.
A mistake, right?
No, that's the crit
29?
damage.
46? 46 times 2 because of the critical?
Yeah. That's
It's
why
critical and rolled damage. So.
That's why I said roll the crit, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Loftoff just goes down, and the guiding bolt just lights him up.
Yeah, I don't think we needed the silence.
Still a good idea.
It was still a very good idea, yes.
No, he never even got a spell off.
Well, it also should discombobulate the orcs a little because they can't strategize. So.
They're they're completely like flabbergasted. They have no idea what's going on. They have no idea why they can't
all over the ground.
Why they can't even speak. So the sphere of silence is still around Loftoff as he goes down, obliterated by this force of energy. And
Jesus Christ, that's brutal. He ate 2 critical hits.
Yeah, he's not surviving that. Okay, Gregory, you're up.
All right. Let's see, now that Loftoff is dead, how many orcs are left?
4.
4? All right. How do I go about this? Let's see. You know what I'm going to do?
Don't cast Shatter.
Yeah, you could. Nobody's in their face.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast Shatter.
What kind of damage does Shatter do?
I believe it does thunder damage.
As thunder damage, it does not work in a cone of silence.
Oh.
That's true.
Yeah. What was a brilliant idea is now working against you in terms of doing stuff like that.
Yeah, Gregory's still pretty tough. He's got some stuff up his sleeve.
Yeah, it's thunder damage. So
I should have let you cast and just say it did nothing.
Oh,
That would have been mean. No, you would know better. Gregory would know better. He would be able to recognize a silent spell.
Well, instead of that, I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast. First, I'm going to cast Magic Missile. First, going to target orc number 4. Magic Missile. First one does 2 damage to orc number 4. And then the next one's orc number 2. That does 4 damage. And then orc number 3 does 4 damage. And I burned a first level slot. Actually, no, I'll burn a second level slot and then target orc number 1 with the last one.
All right, so you throw out 4 magic missiles. Each of them hit 1 orc.
Yep, exactly.
Is that your turn?
Yep. Yeah, I'll end my turn.
Back in the beginning of initiative, now Gray, as you look around, you see that the orcs finally they kind of get their bearings. They search around, and they see the 4 of you who just ambushed them. And all the orcs, even though they can't speak, they all look at each other, and then they look around, and they look directly at you and your pointy elven ears. And you realize that all 4 of them are coming after you. You know that these are orc tactics, and you also know that you probably can't outrun them. They can double run as an aggressive action if they attack. So you realize that they're going to gang up on you. You realize that's how orcs fight. They gang up on one character until that character is dead. What is your turn?
Well, they're all 3 just wounded. I might as well just pick one. I will cast.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah, 4 of them.
Are you gonna move at all, or are you gonna kind of stay there?
Well, I'm gonna.
You realize that even if you were to move, that they can run up to you. They got like 60 feet of running speed.
I mean, even if I dash, they can still catch up with me.
They're kind of looking at each other, signaling to each other. They see your pointy elven ears, and they're ready. They're ready to take you down. You are the mortal enemy of the orcs.
Yeah, I don't like them very well either. So I'm just going to go with the first orc on the list, which is
orc 4.
Number 4. Cast Hunter's Mark on him. That work?
Make sure you put the hunter's mark on yourself. Yeah, because I think last time when you put the hunter's mark on the enemy, it doesn't give you roll the damage for you.
I got it on myself, so I did do that right. So then I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at orc number 4. If I just drop the dice on him in the combat tracker, will that hit him?
Yes.
Well, I'll just do it that way then.
That hits.
Okay. And I'll do some damage.
He screams silently, but he's still alive.
And then I will send my swarm at him. till I find it. Bad rolls on that again.
Oof. This orc is also allergic to bees, and he is now running at you, bleeding from everywhere, with bees stuck on him.
Okay, and well, shoot, I don't have any bonus actions. I am going to run towards Lynn, and hopefully at least be close to her, and she could help me if they do attack. And then end my turn.
Okay. They are all about to swarm you.
Yeah, I know, it sucks, but
Drake, you're up.
All right, I'm moving up into melee with orc number 4 here.
He's barely clinging on to life, you can tell.
Yeah. I'm just gonna main hand him to start.
So they should be out of the silence spell once they're in melee
Yeah.
range
Ooh.
coming at us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well.
I'm gonna follow up with an offhand then.
Yeah, you got him.
Ah,
That was
Oh,
enough
just
to
enough.
He only had 1 hit point. You finish off orc number 4.
as he falls to the ground, I'm gonna move back to be about 10 feet in front of Gray, and I'm basically just gonna kind of interpose myself in such a way that if they want to get to him, they're gonna have to come through either me or Lynn, hopefully.
Okay. They will they look like they're about to charge Gray, so they'll probably come through you and you can take an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Lynn, you're up.
Okay. Still trying to protect Gray. Is there one that I can get to in melee?
You can get to any of them in melee range.
Okay, then I will just step up and take a whack at orc number 2.
Oof.
Man,
And then move as close, if I've got any movement left, back toward Gray.
All right, orc number 2. Drake, do you want an opportunity attack? He runs right through your square.
Heck yeah, I'm taking an opportunity attack on him.
Orc number 2 runs out of the silence, and you can hear. First, there's absolutely nothing,
Nice.
and then all of a sudden, ah!
Oh, min damage.
He brings out his axe even as he walks right past you, and you slash him with your scimitar. He brings out his axe and tries to bear down on Gray, charging at full speed.
I tried to stop him.
good try, Drake.
He catches you, Gray. Oh! Thwack! Greg, you can see these 3 orcs are running out.
I could be in trouble.
They are all swarming on Gray.
Now, I was gonna say how many of them. So orc number 2 has gotten to Gray. What about 3 and 4?
They have yet to get to Gray.
Right. Have they left the silence circle yet?
Let's say they did. They just
They did?
stepped out. Yeah, you can cast Shatter on them if you wanted to, or Thunder Wave or something.
I think I'll do. Yeah, I'll do that because if it kills orcs 3 and 1, then we only have to worry about orc 2, and I think Gray, Drake, and Lynn gangbang him, for lack of better words. So I'm going to target these 2 orcs, and I'm going to cast Shatter on them.
You're only targeting one of the orcs.
There we go. So now I'm targeting both of them. So I cast Shatter on them. They both
They
fail.
both fail badly.
And what do we got for this?
Because they just came out of complete silence to hear deafening, this deafening piercing explosion in their ears. You shatter their eardrums, pretty much. They both go they both go down as they run out of the sphere of silence right into a deafening explosion, and you can see that they just boom. They do a flip around and then they boom, both drop.
They flip and they both drop to the ground, and blood starts gushing out. Black orc blood starts gushing out of their ears.
Nice job, Gregory.
Their ears were especially
awesome.
their ears were especially sensitive because they ran out of the silence spell. All right, great. Things are looking a lot better. There's only one orc ferociously trying to chop you to bits. The other orcs have they managed to kill.
Take the last one alive.
You could try. You could try to take him alive. Yeah. You can non-lethally take him down if you want to. If you want to keep him
Okay,
alive.
I'll try to non-lethally take him down, and I'll move my hunter's mark to him. No, that would add extra. Let's see, he's got to have.
Well, in order to do a non-lethal takedown, I think it's your standard melee attack. You just declare that I want to do it in a way that doesn't kill him.
Right. Well, I want to do it in a way it doesn't kill him, so there's no sense in doing the hunter's mark. So, okay.
You can still do the hunter's mark.
Well, that don't give me extra on attack or anything. It's just extra damage.
Yeah.
It will
So-
take him down quicker.
Pardon?
It will take him down quicker.
Okay, then I will move hunter's mark to him. Because if you say non-lethal, it doesn't matter what the damage is. Isn't that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically you're just declaring that.
Yeah,
it's-
in the case of a hunter's mark, I think that's fine. If you were casting a fireball, I would say I don't know, but a hunter's mark's
String of
different.
Non-lethal fireball.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, to me, it depends on the nature of the damage that's being dealt. If you're casting a fireball, I can't imagine how you can do that non-lethally. But a hunter's mark, that's I think that's fine. It's because it's part of your attack.
Okay. So my number one hand
Oh,
and my offhand.
do you have to use bonus action to move Hunter's Mark?
Yes. So I don't get an offhand then. That's right.
I got the same problem with my hex.
Uh-huh. So yes, I will pass my turn then since I missed him.
I'm gonna move my hex all over to orc number 2 with my bonus action, and then I'm gonna try to slash at him once. Run up to him and hit.
Nice.
Now the hex is a necrotic damage, right?
Oh, is that going to be a problem?
If you're non-lethally trying to take him down.
Well, in that case, just ignore the hex damage. So he would have taken 7.
7 would have been enough. That's fine.
Okay, and yeah, I didn't know that, so yeah, you're right. Hex is probably one of those things that, since it's death based, would
Yeah, the way I think of it is like, what's the kind of damage you're doing, and how do you think of conceivably how that's going to be non-lethal? I mean, even with a ranged arrow attack, I would think you shoot somebody in the leg and pin them to the ground, but you don't kill them. That could make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like a fireball, I'm like, I don't know.
medical him, tie him up.
All right, you guys are victorious again. You took down this orc warband with the Eye of Grumish. On the body of the Eye of Grumish, you find some valuable gems. You find a very valuable emerald, and you find 50 gold. The orcs, each of them, they all carry axes, and they have dirty orcish hide armor. Because this is the beginning of their patrol, they don't have anything on a wagon that you can take.
Yeah, and the weapons aren't really worth anything, right? They're trivial amounts.
Yeah, I mean, you can take them. They're worth what an axe is worth.
Which is like what, 1 GP?
Maybe a little more.
Let me see how much their axes are worth. Their axes, actually, they're worth a good amount of money. These axes are worth 30 gold each.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
But they are 7 pounds each. If you want to take them, I'll put them in the party inventory. Now that you've got a Tensor's disc.
Yeah, throw them on the floating disc.
Might as well.
Excellent. So I will put the axes there. 5 of them. I will put the emerald there, and I'll update your gold.
We can also hide some of this stuff too if we don't want to take it into the castle with us. We could hide it somewhere in the woods where they're unlikely to find it and then come back for it afterwards.
Well, I think I want to take the eye patch as a trophy. I hate orcs.
Why don't you take his whole head?
Because I don't want to carry it around with me.
Oh,
Yeah, it'll start smelling. I mean, if you take body parts, they start smelling after a while.
can we
I played
find like
barbarian that would do that.
can we find like a tree branch or something and spike the head on a tree branch and just basically put it up as a warning?
Hey,
for the other
it's a
orcs?
dead body. You do whatever you want with it.
Yeah, I would put it up as a warning for the other orcs. It's like, hey, listen, your Eye of Grumish is, you know,
Yeah, headdress and all. We put his head up there, headdress and all.
Now, when you take the eye patch off, you realize that the eye that was taken out, that eye socket, it's the exact size of that emerald that you guys took.
so was the emerald inside of his eye?
No, it wasn't before. I mean, but this is actually something that these eyes of Grumish do, is that they loot wagons, and they take the most valuable gem and they put it inside their eye, and that activates the power of Grumish, and it allows them. It acts as an arcane focus for them. Not that this guy could even cast any spells, but it acts like a holy symbol focus for them.
Actually, instead of taking his head, let's just hang his whole body from a tree.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
So I will sacrifice the 10 feet of rope or whatever to do that.
So what are you guys gonna do with the orc that you didn't kill, that you captured?
I'm gonna throw my manacles on him. You can tie him up, Gray, and then we can hang him from the tree upside down as well and see if we can maybe get some information out of him.
Sounds good.
All right, so you guys tie him up upside down, hanging from the tree, and then you wake him up, and you snort, "Rah, rah, kill me," he says in common.
Oh, he said kill me?
Yeah.
Oh boy, buddy, if you want that, you're gonna have to give us some information first.
Otherwise, we'll maim you and leave you for your tribe to find.
I'm dead either way. What do you want to know?
You guys make camp just north of here, right?
Yes.
Did you come out of the main entrance, or did you come out of the back of some sort of back entrance?
Give me a persuasion, intimidation, whichever one you choose to use.
Oh, this is going to be intimidation. I'm not a persuasive fellow.
Yeah, whichever one you choose to use to try to get this guy to talk.
Oh, by the way, he's probably hanging right next to his dead Eye of Grumish.
He yells out, "Do what you want. Torture me, kill me. I won't tell you anything."
Does Gray know anything that would be very distasteful to an orc that we could threaten him with?
Gray himself is probably very distasteful to an orc.
I was gonna say maybe we, instead of like actually torturing him, use like nocebo tactics to torture him. Those of you who know what that is, it's the opposite of placebo effect.
Well, if you have an idea, yeah, go ahead and try it, man. He's at your
I have no
mercy.
idea what that is.
Actually, you know what? We should probably take a table break now.
Oh, really?
Hey, while we're waiting, can I search for arrows?
You can recover half the arrows that have you've been shot. These orcs aren't carrying bows; they were carrying javelins.
Okay, I think I shot about 4, so.
Yeah, I would say probably the one that went through all the way through his shoulder is probably done for.
That one, yeah, it just buried inside in the middle of his joint.
Well, I'm going to take the cut the head off of it and give it to Lynn as a souvenir, since it was her idea.
Okay, I'd rather have the gold and the jewel gems as a souvenir.
The orc yells out, "Torture me however you want. I will never tell you where the secret entrance is." Starts
So
choking.
there is a
also.
secret entrance.
I do have another possibility.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one command spell. I could command him to answer once a
Ooh.
question is
Hey,
asked.
let's.
Now, how far?
Yeah.
My question I have is how far can you take the command spell in terms of it's not like a charm person spell, or a dominate. So, he can answer. Yeah, let me see. Let me read this.
It's usually like one thing.
Yeah.
So you can make them do one thing, but it has to be relatively simple.
I will say yes or no questions if you cast command on him. And actually, hold on, it's only one action, so.
Yeah, you can make it as complicated as you want to. So like you could like order him to march to the nearest town, and if the nearest town is 100 miles away, he will march for like a full hour until the command spell wears off.
The command spell only lasts one round. That's the thing.
No, it's casting time is 1 round, but I believe it has a duration of 1 hour. So you can make them do something up to 1 hour, as long as it's a simple task.
But we'll have to read it. I was under the impression that the command spell only lasts for the target's next turn.
Yeah, or follow the command on its next turn.
Yeah.
What it says.
Yeah, the duration is one
Maybe I'm
round.
thinking of third.
So
maybe I'm thinking
if you
of third edition.
Yeah, there's higher level spells that will force information out of the out of something like this. So, if you were to cast command on it, it will you can have it answer a yes or no question. I'll say that because the way command is usually used, it's not the talking part, but it will answer if it fails its wisdom save, it will answer a yes or no question for you. It won't like go into an elaborate monologue or anything like that.
So with that limitation, really the only way I could see it helping is if they came out of the secret door that we might, and he said yes, we might could track him back to it.
Or where the campsite is. Ask him if it's near the campsite.
I got a better idea.
What's that?
I don't know if Gregory knows, if my character knows anything about the eye thing, but of whatever the orc god's name is, but I don't know if it's Krusk or whatever, but see if you'd like to have one of his eyeballs ripped out and put the emerald in and give him all the other orcs headgear and stuff in exchange for the information.
What are you proposing?
He wants to make the orc that's here into a shaman like the other one was by giving him the emerald and the headpiece of the chief. That's what his suggestion was.
Oh, like
exchange
blasphemy
for-
type thing.
It probably takes more than just the jewel and the headpiece to become.
No, rip out his eye and put the jewel in place of his eye.
Well, you guys, you guys need to do something before he bleeds to death. He's just hanging there.
He's willing to do that in exchange for.
I don't think that it was a bad idea to ask a command if you came out of the secret door.
That's it, you fools! I'm sick of listening to you talk. Ah.
We don't
You
care
want
what
you want to know the
Anyway.
secret? You get out! Kill me! Get away from me! I don't care. I'm
Lynn.
just sick of you talking to me.
Lynn, I thought of it. Ask him to point to where the secret entrance is. Towards where the secret entrance
Yeah,
is.
because then that combined with my tracking abilities, we should be able to find it, I would think.
Good.
I'll even unmanacle him for that.
He does not put he doesn't put up resistance as you take off the manacles. He's not trying to fight back.
All right, go for it. If this doesn't work, then we kill him.
I shall cast command and tell him to point to the secret entrance.
He's gonna roll a wisdom save against your. What's your spell DC?
Wisdom DC 13.
Okay, orcs not known for their wisdom. Hold on, let me see. Not really known for their wisdom. Oh, it's not that bad. He's just a flat roll. Right, the orcs, you see him kind of resisting, and he just doesn't do it, but he falls under the power of the spell, and then before he points, he thinks for 1 second, and he kind of gags to himself, and he points to that chimney stack to the south.
Does Lynn know whether or not the spell worked?
You think it worked?
What was the laughter for?
You don't know.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah, sure.
I think that's the only lead we got. I think we should just head towards the chimney.
He did. He pointed directly towards the chimney. You have no idea what the hell this orc is doing. You think that if the orc had any opportunity to put you guys in a trap, he probably would. And if he's laughing, that might be it.
It also might be the truth.
Is he laughing out of excitement that we're finally going to leave him alone if he just
It's too difficult to tell. He's pretty much consigned himself to death. It doesn't seem like he even cares. But you know that if he had an opportunity to screw you guys, he would.
Okay, well, assuming the command spell worked.
Yeah, Lynn. From what you can see, the command spell did work.
Maybe it's heavily guarded, and he thinks by showing us where it is that they'll kill us once we get there. Maybe.
I would say if you thought that it worked, then he's at least telling the truth to where the secret entrance is. Whether
Yes, he is compelled magically to tell the truth in answering the question by pointing, so he can't escape that.
So we either have to go there or go back the way we came.
All right. Well, let's go towards the Smoking Mountain.
All right.
And I'll be right back. I've got to let the dog in.
As you guys begin walking away, the orc laughs again.
Oh no, he's dying, I'm sure, right, Gray?
And then he points.
Pardon?
He points to the lake.
Yeah. Well, he's not under compulsion at the lake.
He's not under compulsion. You're right. He's not under compulsion anymore. But he points there anyway. There's your secret.
The thing is, the command is just telling him to do something. It's not like a zone of truth that would force him to be honest.
No, you can't force him to speak honestly. But that command worked on him, and he cannot do anything except follow the command. So he did point, when he pointed down to the chimney, that was from the command spell. But as you guys are still kind of contemplating what to do, he taunts you again and points to the lake.
Yeah, I trust the command spell more than I do his voluntary information.
Naturally. All right.
Yeah, Gray.
What does the party choose to do now?
My inclination is to head towards the chimney.
What are you doing with the orc, though?
I let him bleed out.
Oh, I wanted my rope back. I was hoping you would like just finish him and.
Lynn will walk up
I'll
and
finish
smack
him off.
in the head. Yep.
Gray, are you going to use your bees?
I could do that if you want me to.
If you do, he screams out, "Not the bees! Not the bees!" Ah!
Death by 1,000 stings.
Or we could rip out his eyeball and have the beast go in through the eye socket.
What
Yeah.
What is it with you and eye socket?
He's taking the cue from the Eye of Groomish, and this is not stuff I made up. This is actually the lore from from orc culture.
Just
think
kill
I've
him
heard that
cleanly.
before.
We're not the orcs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, as he's shouting out, "No, not the bees, not the bees!" The bees are like flying in his mouth and stinging his tongue.
Oh.
All right, that's the end of him.
All right, take a short rest, spend hit dice, and then move towards the smokestack
Yes.
Okay.
because you got beat up pretty bad.
Do you want me to go with a combat tractor and give short rest, or do you guys just don't need that?
I
Let me
I
try
don't need
it. There you go. And Gray, do you want to roll any hit dice? You're wounded pretty badly.
Yeah, I only got one hit dice, but I might as well use.
No, you have 3, don't you?
Oh, it says 3. Okay, so do I pick that up?
You may roll
There.
as many as you choose to
all I
roll.
got.
Yeah,
Are we taking a short rest or not?
short rest.
yes. So you can recharge your spells if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pitiful.
That is pitiful.
No, Greg can only recharge one spell with his arcane recovery.
Oh, all
It's-
3
it's-
your dice.
yeah, it's the
only
warlock
recover
that
9
gets-
hit points.
It's the warlock that can go forever on the short rests.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm up for a short rest anytime. Like, man, you say
Yeah.
the word short rest, and I'm
But
like,
unfortunately-
"Ooh, when?"
Unfortunately, the other spellcasters only recover a very small amount. And the clerics don't recover anything. The wizard
I don't
has
recover my spell slots either.
wizard
So I
has
have a long rest.
Wizard has an arcane recovery, which they can only use once per day, or once per long rest.
Yeah, well, I'll use the short rest to recover one of my second level slots.
All
So
right,
I have 2 first level slots and 1 second level.
you guys complete the short rest, and you make your way over to this big smoking mound. As you get to the mound, you realize that it's a tiny hill that's rocky, and on the top of the hill appears to be a big chimney, bigger than a chimney you saw on the top of the mountain. This chimney itself is about 10 feet wide. It is propped up with bricks, and it is about 20 feet high. You can easily climb to the top of the chimney and look into it. As you get there, you smell a horrific stench. It smells like burnt flesh. That's what the smoke smells like.
Is there any indication that like there's a passageway in, or is it that we literally would have to go in through the chimney?
From what you see, you search around this mound, you don't see any additional passageway. Actually, no, roll me an investigation.
Oh, that would be a great thing.
Roll me a secret door investigation.
Secret passage investigation?
I'll consider this a secret passage investigation.
Yeah, secrets are my thing, so yeah, I'll do that.
So what you managed to find is that on the side of this rocky mound, you find that there's a big boulder, and the boulder's not too heavy. You move it aside, and the boulder is a secret passage, and it leads right into the chimney. It's just a small 10-foot passage that leads directly into the chimney, and it opens up in the chimney.
Is there any indication that anything has come in or out of that recently?
You don't think recently, but certainly there are footprints there. Like it appears orcs have come around this area in the past. And then you notice another set of footprints that are not quite orc. Yeah, if you want to take a look at that, anybody who has the skill, I will take. Well, the footprints look humanoid. To identify these footprints, I think. You know what? You can't. They look humanoid, but you're not gonna be able to tell what exactly made them. They don't look like they're orc. Like the orc feet are big and jarred. They look a lot smaller, like the kind of feet that the rest of you would have, like adventurers would have.
They're wearing shoes?
Yes, they're wearing boots. The orc ones, I mean, half the orcs are wearing, like, not even wearing boots. You can see the orc's foot. And you can clearly tell the second set of footprints is different from the orcs.
So are all the footprints going and coming in the same direction?
They all go into the secret passage and then out of it.
And then off into the forest, they all
Yeah.
path or something that they've... Okay.
In general, they head back towards the same path you guys have been heading towards, up the mountain.
So there's a couple options. One, we can go in, or two, we can stake it out and see what comes out. Which do you guys prefer?
Well, I prefer to at least go in and have a look around as much as we can.
Well, if you crawl into the secret passage, it's very tight. It's about like a 4-foot wide hole, so you have to really squeeze in there. And you squeeze in there, it's about 10 feet. It connects with the chimney itself, and you see that there's a wooden door. It's not locked. It's a little latch that you unlatch, and you realize that if you unlatch this wooden door, it would open into the chimney. And the smell from the chimney is horrific.
It's like rotting flesh. There must be a crematory or something.
I'll take point on this, I guess. So I'm gonna carefully make my way up to the door. Just kind of looking for traps.
Who's in the passage?
I'll go into the passage.
Anybody else?
I'll go in.
I'll go in with him. He ain't going in by himself.
Okay. Anybody else?
How much room is there in there?
There's enough to fit all for you if you all want to squeeze in there.
You guys could let us scout it out, and then
Yeah, it's somewhere like 10 to 15 feet of passage before it connects with the chimney.
I think Lynn will stay at the outside and keep watch just to make sure nothing's coming.
Okay, so you guys make it up to this this door that opens into the chimney. The door has a latch on it.
I will search the door for any kind of traps, although I kind of doubt there are.
You search the door. You don't think that there's any traps on it, but you feel like the caustic smoke that's coming out of the chimney will be all over this tunnel once you open that door.
That's probably not a good idea to open the door then.
Can we hear anything on the other side of the door?
No.
Does it sound like there's fire on the other side of the door?
Nope.
So it must be a quiet, smooth.
How
soft-
tall is the chimney?
The chimney is 20 feet off the ground, but you don't know how deep it is because you haven't looked down it.
But let's go back out, and I'll just kind of take a gaze down the chimney, since we think this leads into the chimney.
How close are you gonna get to this chimney? This smoke coming out is really caustic.
Well, I guess I'm climbing up the side of it. Like, if the wind is blowing the smoke away,
Yeah.
I'm climbing up the side where it's, that's clear.
All right. So you get to the top of the chimney. If you hold your breath and you look down, you have 60 feet of vision.
It might be more than that, but it's smoky, so there is that.
Yeah, I'll take I'll take 60 feet of dark vision because that's about as low as that. You can't even see the bottom of this thing. But what you do see is that from that latch, that little secret passage with a latch, you see that there is a winding kind of stair going down this chimney. That winds around the internal side of the chimney itself.
Devil's Sight is 120 feet.
120. You see the bottom of the chimney. I would say, well, all you see a bonfire at the bottom of the chimney, but it is on some sort of natural ground, like cave floor. It is somewhere from where you're standing. It's 20 feet in the air, so the chimney itself is 80 feet down to hit the bottom.
I mean, I hate to say this, but I mean,
you realize just from being this
through the smoke, I'm guessing this is not going to be a pleasant experience.
You think that if you were to go into the smoke, you might get poisoned. Just from like smelling it, you think it will be pretty bad.
So maybe this is where we do go out and stake it out for a day and see, because maybe there's a time when
there's no smoke.
At least less
good
smoke.
Point. Good point.
Because they've got to be using it for the footprints.
Smells like burning flesh, which means they must be using that area as a crematory or something.
Yeah, let's stake it out.
All right, I like the way you guys are thinking. So how long are you guys willing to wait here?
I would say probably a day, maybe two. Like if there's any kind of patterned behavior, chances are it's going to happen within like the first.
Okay, so you're thinking 24 hours from right now. This how long you guys are going to be hanging around here waiting.
I would, if that's okay with everyone else. I mean,
that's fine.
I think it's a good idea.
All right, you guys wait through the rest of the day, and I'm rolling something. Another orc patrol comes by, but the orc patrol doesn't come to where you guys are. It appears that the other orc patrol has found the gruesome display that you guys left up with the two hanging orcs. You hear some grunts and yells, but they don't find you.
Are they moving away from the chimney?
Yeah, they're not coming towards you.
How do you guys feel about another ambush?
I feel pretty good about it.
How long has it been now? Is it like since we waited?
Yeah. The question is, did we get a long rest in between?
Yeah, I'm counting how many orcs you guys have been killing. I think you took down 6 orcs last time. No, I think there was 8 orcs that you took down before, and then you took out these.
No, I
orcs.
don't think it was that many. I think you were right the first time. I think it was
6
just
orcs.
6.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta make accounts for all the orcs that you guys murder.
Yeah, how many of their patrols have we taken out?
Well, you took out the patrol that ambushed the caravan originally. That was the original when you came up. And then when you went up and you assaulted the fortress, you took out a couple of orcs. I think you took out the 2 orcs that were waiting for them, and then you took out 2 orcs in arrow slits. And then you escaped from the top, and then you came back down, and then you took out these 4 orcs plus the Eye of Groomish. That's a significant kill count you got on the orcs here.
Hey, the way I figure it, as long as we're killing them faster than they can make them.
Yeah, it at least takes like 5 years or so for them to make more fighting orcs. So What you guys wait until the evening time, all the way until the next morning, and then somewhere in the middle of next morning, you see the smoke begins to thin, and then the smoke stops.
I think we were gonna go after that orc patrol too, right?
Oh, you want to go after the patrol that was kind of sniffing around?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. If we can, especially if we can get the element of surprise on him again.
All right.
Let's see how long it takes him to catch on.
The patrol doesn't come looking for you in the chimney that you're at. So you guys would have to probably go off and hunt them down.
Yeah, we would probably like move away and then come back, I'm guessing.
You guys hunt down this other patrol. Five orcs. You find you find them. They are kind of on their way, heading back up to their base. It seems like they just came down to check out what's going on.
Yeah, probably a missing patrol, and they're trying to find them.
And they did.
Do you guys want to take the drop on them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Oh.
Gray can probably start this off. Doesn't look like they have an Eye of Groomish with them this time.
No, this time they're just regular orcs. You have your initiatives got erased again, so
Yeah, that's fine. We can re-roll it. Oh,
you do get a surprise. Lynn, you're up. As you guys sneak through the bushes and pounce on these orcs.
Lynn is just going to aim her crossbow at number 1 and shoot.
You get advantage.
Oh.
So shoot again. Oh,
same
it
roll.
was very unlucky.
Wow.
Yes.
Greg, you come upon these orcs.
Shatter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they grouped together?
Sure. All 5 of them. If you're surprising them, you can find a moment where they're all five are in the range of the spell.
All right.
Get him, Greg.
Shatter them. So, Constitution saving throw.
Let's see.
So
That's all right. They still take half
succeed,
damage.
So the ones that succeed take half, and the 2 that failed take all the damage. Ooh.
A thunderous
Too heavy, that's
explosion bursts out right in the middle of these orcs.
All right. That's my out of second bucket slots. My turn. Great turn.
My turn. Okay, I will target orc number 4. Where am I at?
Orc number 4 looks badly damaged.
Yeah.
That one shatter spell shatters his eardrums. He's bleeding from his eardrums. He's cursing at the sky.
Oh,
You get advantage.
Oh,
Attack again. You're coming out of the shadows. Yeah, that does it.
nice.
That's
Better.
better. That was better.
That ends orc number 4.
Okay, I'm going to move back my full movement, 30 feet, and try to find some cover because of what happened last time. And then end my turn.
I'm gonna do something. No, I won't be mean. Okay. I was gonna say it's not exactly mean, but I was gonna like shout out like, "Hey, look, elf!" and I was and charge up on him. But instead, I'll just charge up on him.
I don't know what to think about that.
Well, I was thinking like if one of them like moves away, it would provoke an opportunity attack. But no, I'll stand here and just get up in the middle of them. Hopefully they swarm me and not somebody else. Although, you know, I'm gonna take damage as well. Main hand. Oh, I should have rolled that with advantage.
Well, you can roll it again. That second one
There
hits.
you go.
And he's gonna eat it.
You put your scimitar right down its mouth, and it's dead.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna take whoever's in near proximity.
Take your pick. They're all in around the same area. You jump into the fray.
I'll take orc number 2.
Yeah.
Well, that hits anyway. I guess I can roll to see if it's a critical. Nope, not a critical. So he just takes 5 points of damage. And then I will end my turn.
Okay, surprise round is over. Orc number 5 is up. Now, I'm going to roll a perception on the orcs to see if they see Ray as he darts off. If not, they're going to...
He ducks behind a tree.
Yeah. If not, they're going to swarm whatever's closest to them, which is Drake. Gray, you're lucky. They don't see it. They don't know. Well, they noticed you, but they're not paying attention to you. They did not see your pointy elf ears. They're going to fight whatever's in front of them. So they're going to gang up on Drake this time. All right, ready? Orc number 5 swings at you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I can't do anything about that. That's probably going to take me out, too.
You think so? Let's see.
I don't know, man. They have been rolling really good damage. Oh, no, I guess I'm okay.
You're okay, but orc number 1's coming at you. And they are all attacking the same character. Orc number 1 misses. He snorts out in protest. The other orcs start chuckling and laughing at him. It's Lynn's turn.
Lynn's
Come on,
dropping
Lynn.
her crossbow, getting out her mace, and moving up to orc number 5. Oops. And can't roll for crap.
Yeah, sometimes the dice are like that.
We live by the dice and we die by the dice. Orc number 2 is going to focus fire on Drake. Ooh, he gets one off on Drake too.
Oh, hold on a second.
You got a reaction?
It's not going to help because it's 21. So instead, my reaction is going to be to Hellish Rebuke him.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
That was a big hit. Okay, so the orc's only going to take half damage. I should probably target him. This is number 2?
Number 2. That's the one that just hit you.
Yeah, so that was
Your hellish
roll.
rebuke burns him to cinders.
Yeah,
Nice.
25 halved, which is 12. Yeah.
So right after he hits you, you can see he just turns into this shell of a orc, a crisp, and then falls into a pile of dust.
Yeah, with just this black smoke coming out of my eyes, I kind of look at the rest of them and I go, that was not nice.
Gregory,
Alright.
you're up, and you can see these orcs are, both of them are focusing on Drake, ignoring the rest of you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna cast magic missile. Start with orc number 5.
Yeah,
Magic
just
missile.
pile them into one of them.
Whack!
Alright.
Oh! Orc number 5 takes a real beating. Whack! A second big beating.
All right.
And a third one just obliterates
All
him.
right.
He spins around in a circle and then drops dead.
Yeah, better to kill the action economy.
Yeah, because the side with the most turns wins, assuming that we're even matched. And that's my turn.
All right, Gray. You managed to not become the target of these orcs, but Drake has become the target this battle. You notice that he's taken a couple of good hits from him. You're still popped in the bushes right now.
Right. Well, I'm popping out of the bushes, and there's only one left.
There's
alive,
only
right?
one alive.
Okay, I'll hunter's mark him and target him, which is orc number 1, and draw back my bow.
Strike true.
Bam!
There you go. There you go.
Okay. Bam!
Oh, there you go. You didn't even need the bees.
I don't need the bees. Okay, well.
Just
we can
swarm them
rest.
anyway.
Oh, Drake, yeah, you had quite a tough time with these two orcs getting good shots into you.
Yeah, probably back to the chimney, and we'll wait for the smoke to clear out.
But Lana's going to cast Cure Wounds on Gray. I'm sorry, on Drake.
I mean, if we have a short rest, I can just pop hit dice too.
That'll
I'm not
help a
sure. I'm
little
not
bit.
sure how many spells you can cast a day.
I've got 1 first and 1 second left.
Not bad, not bad.
I only have 1 first level
Alright.
slot left, and I already used my arcane recovery, so
I'll take it. I'll take it anyway. So I guess while we're waiting for the smoke to clear from the chimney, are we gonna get a short rest in?
I'm sure you can.
Okay. In that
Yeah.
case, I'm gonna go ahead and spend hit dice if you want to push.
Yeah, this
short
is before the morning time of the next day. That's when the smoke clears.
Yeah, because we headed out at night, right? So we're probably gonna need another long rest soon anyway, right?
oh yeah.
Because like once it goes over 24 hours, isn't that exhaustion?
I'd say it is if you're traveling or something, but if you're just, you're not like you're not doing anything, you're just sitting there, you can stay awake 24 hours without being exhausted.
Okay.
It's
yeah,
up to
so
you
go ahead-
guys. You guys can certainly set up camp and take a rest somewhere safe.
Yeah, go ahead. and
Honestly,
push.
because of the I was going to say because of the spell slots, we might want to do that anyway, so that we have before we go down into the chimney.
Whoever's taking watch can keep an eye still from wherever we are on the smoke and see if anything happens while we're resting.
Okay, I will assign you guys a long rest. Who's taking first, second watch, etc.
I'll take
I'll
first
take
watch.
first watch.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take second watch then.
Okay, so hold on. So
I'll take whatever watch is the darkest. How about that?
And then I'll take last.
Okay, so Greg, I'll give you first watch. Your watch is on event. Oh, did I roll D8, D12s? What the hell? Your watch is still uneventful. And Drake, you got second watch. Second watch is also uneventful. Doesn't seem like any more orcs are coming down at this point. You guys already took down 2 of their patrols. And third watch, of course, is that's just when dawn hits and the smoke begins to clear. So on the third watch, you notice that the smoke has begun clearing somewhere in the morning time.
Yeah, I imagine they're probably reluctant to send out any more patrols because they probably realize at this point that they're just getting picked off one by one.
As long as they're not thinking, oh, gee, we're throwing mice into a snake pit. Maybe we should start throwing our own snakes in instead.
Well, that'd be good because we're about to leave the snake pit. Oh, this is a new map.
Oh, you're not supposed to see the map until you actually go down the chimney. But I'm assuming you're going down the chimney.
I can't see the map. All I can see is a black outline and then smoke effect going over the part that's not black outline. So right now it just kind of looks like a big stalagmite or tight, whatever.
We can't see anything. That's what he's trying to say. Looks like a smoky room.
There we go.
Well, I'm assuming you guys eventually climb in now that the smoke is gone, and you make your way down to the bottom of the chimney. At the very bottom of the chimney, you notice that it drops off, and the stairs kind of end, but there is a chain ladder that goes down, and you guys take the chain ladder, and you end up in this huge cavern. Right where you land, you see a big bonfire with a pile of charred corpses. At this point, they're burned so badly you don't even recognize what they used to be. You think they were humanoid.
Can we talk about how tall by the bones, like the length of the leg bones, or?
Yeah, you think they're humanoid, but you can't tell if they were like dwarves or they were elves. It's because even the bones themselves have burned down mostly to a crisp.
Oh, okay.
Looks like our surroundings. Those
Are you token locked again?
like crypts.
No, tokens are my tokens.
Oh, okay, you're not token locked.
Control. I'm not token locked.
So you look around this chamber, and it is fascinating. It is an extremely large cave, faintly lit by natural phosphorescence as you look around. The ceiling rises up 50 feet in some places, but the ceiling directly above you is about 20 feet, and you can see the chimney that opens out where you came in from. There's crystals glimmering softly in the eerie light. There's weird, beautiful flows and structures of delicate stone and grace in the chamber. The western portion of the great cave is separated from the rest by a steep bluff. This is where you're standing on. To the east of you, you can see that there's you're on a sort of a ledge, and it drops down to more caverns below. Also, you are surrounded by a couple dozen of large stone sepulchres, which are like coffins. And they line the cavern walls. Each of them are carved with intricate reliefs and designs and marked with dwarvish runes. The first thing that absolutely catches your eye as you walk down here, as you look at these coffins, is there is one coffin directly to the north of you. The coffin itself, the lid has been pried off and it's completely empty, but on the crest of the coffin, you see that exact crest you saw on King Laertes' axe.
Whoa! No way.
Yeah, so you don't know if Laertes once lied in there, but this is the same crest, the same representation, the family crest that you saw. So you know that this is absolutely related to that crazy dwarf.
So, does it look like the lid's been moved recently?
None of these coffins look like they've been moved recently.
Are there any other runes on the coffin that might give a name of whose it was?
1 second.
And Gregory cast detect magic as a ritual and see if there's any magic emanating from any of these sarcophagi.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So as you take a survey, there are 23 sepulchres.
So 23 coffins.
Yeah, there are a total of 23 sepulchres. all the sepulchers have lids that are carved in the likenesses, generic dwarves. They're not like specific like dwarves, but they're like generic dwarven faces. They all look the same. It's not like, you know, one specifically looks like King Laertes or anything like that. There's dwarvish runes on the front of each of the tomb, and some of them represent names of intended occupants. Like you see the Axholm clan, or you know, or the Stonehammer clan. The area where they're supposed to write the name of Laertes is gone. It's been chipped off intentionally with a chisel.
Does it look like we know that it's his tomb, though?
You don't know if it's his tomb. All you do is only thing you know is you recognize that symbol. You don't know if was his tomb or what it was.
Maybe this is.
But other names you see are like Borgol the Old, Garen Orc Doom, and Numic the Unlucky. I mean, these are just names of dwarves. The most of the coffins themselves are around 6 foot long and 4 feet high, about 3 foot wide. They each have a heavy stone lid. Most of the lids are taken off. There are like 4 or 5 of them who have the lids still on.
Does it look like there's still skeletons inhabiting these, or?
You don't know the lids on them. But the ones that the lids were taken off, there's nothing. The tombs are empty, looted, probably.
Do we want to? I mean, I hate disturbing the dead, but do we want to take a look inside one of them?
Did you want to do the detect magic thing before we?
Yeah,
open it
that's
up in the
probably a better idea.
Okay, Gregory casts detect in magic, and you do not find any magic among these sepulchers.
Lynn would prefer that we leave them alone.
I normally would very much agree with you. I'm just kind of curious as to what's going on here. Like, why is smoke coming from this area?
Well, the smoke was coming from this area because these bodies were burned right in the center of it. There's a there's a bonfire. No, these coffins were here long before the bodies were burned. The bodies were recently burned.
Okay.
So somebody came and made a pile of these bodies and then burned them. But these coffins, they are ancient.
On the one that the name has been chiseled off of, is there like dust or anything that settled on top of it?
Yeah, it looks old. The chiseling has been done probably, you don't even know, decades ago, maybe.
But it doesn't look like it's been disturbed in the last couple of days.
You wouldn't think so. Not by the condition of this coffin, the dust settling on it, you know, the dirt around it. It's actually these coffins are so old that there's actually dust and mushrooms growing on them.
And this particular one is opened.
It's opened and empty.
But there's other ones that are open and empty too. So
yeah, there's like 4 or 5 of them that are the lids are still on intact. The rest of them the lids have been ripped off. The bodies have been taken away. There's not even bones in there.
It's kind of peering into some of the ones that have the lids off. Does it look like there were any valuables left behind, or
nothing? Stripped
so
clean.
these have been picked. Okay.
the only reason Lynn would think we might need to disturb them is just in case if we don't find any way down, then maybe an entrance is hidden in one of the closed ones. But we haven't looked at the other possibilities yet.
Well, a possibility that I was thinking of was that since this is a place where orcs come in and out, there must be a reason why those particular sepulchers aren't opened if all the rest of them are. Now, whether it be because they can't open them or because maybe they opened one and they found something in it they didn't want, so they stopped opening them, but you have to figure that there is a reason why those are not disturbed.
Yeah, we could open one of them just to find out.
But even if there was undead in there, the detect magic would have detected them. So,
Would it though?
well, would detect if there was any type of zombie magic or whatever, necromancy.
I think you're talking about
Yeah.
the paladins detect evil, or if there's a undead there, the paladin would know. I think detect magic just detects if there's any magical stuff. I don't know.
And are you okay with
Well,
sliding the lid off of one?
Well,
of these
regardless,
and
your
having it
detect
inside?
magic doesn't find anything in these coffins.
right.
Okay.
Lynn would probably be the most respectful of the dead, so I'm asking her, is it okay to open one of these and have a look inside, or do you feel bad about that?
If we have to do it, we should do it respectfully.
I agree. I'm going to move back.
Okay, so you find
I'm going to ready my bow and arrow.
you find a coffin of a dwarf named Garen the Orc Doom.
I
And
like that name.
yeah, and then it takes a lot of effort because this lid is just kind of it's half of it's cracked down, and well, with a lot of effort you manage to slide the lid off, and inside is very much dead, the bones of a dwarf. The dwarf himself, he all of his clothes and armor have pretty much rotted away, but he is clasping a very fine looking warhammer in his hand. Doesn't look like it's magical, but it looks like it may be pretty valuable.
Interesting.
Well, he's clasping it in his skeletal claws.
Interesting. No other valuables, though, just the Warhammer, right?
Yeah, that's all you can find.
Can I get a look at the Warhammer to see if there's any like signets on it or anything like that?
You take the warhammer.
Don't touch it.
You take the warhammer out. It does have a crest on it. This is unlike the crest that you've seen before. It seems to be a different family crest. I don't have a picture of it, but this is the crest of a very large wolf. His claws are out, and the wolf is like holding like a branch of olives or something like that, and the warhammer itself has a garnet fixed into the hilt of it, making it worth a lot of money.
I don't like robbing from the dead
I
necessarily.
don't either.
All right, I put it back.
Take some
Although we
inspiration
did
for not
meet that-
from the
We did
dead.
meet that tomb in the last adventure, so
Yeah, but that dude, those people, that guy was totally evil. I guess it's okay if he's evil.
Yes,
I
it's
can go along
always
with that.
okay if they're evil.
Yeah, that's usually the rule for tomb robbing. I mean, if they were evil people, you know. But you know what? If you put the warhammer back, you get some inspiration.
Cool. Because Gregory doesn't feel a need for it, and Lynn there saying, yeah, it's probably being respectful of the dead. It's like, all right, we'll do that.
yeah, I just wonder why they left these 5 untouched.
That's the question. It.
I mean, it does, like, I would have figured by, like, opening it, like, maybe, okay, something bad would happen and there would be an obvious answer, like, okay, let's not open up the other 4. But this just kind of makes me want to open up the other 4.
Maybe they just hadn't gotten to it.
Well, I don't know about that.
No, maybe you have to fight some more orcs and capture them and find out.
So,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
name-
we could always ask about it.
So the name,
Yeah,
the name of the orc
because we
dude-
got so much information out of that last orc.
Yeah, we need a better way of interrogating these orcs. Maybe if it's something that's not like, tell us where your secret base is, they might share some information.
Hey, that orc got you down here, didn't he?
With the
Yeah,
help
that's
of a
true.
command spell, yes. So, just kind of doing a quick search. There's nothing else that appears to be valuable in this room, and I'm guessing there's probably
No,
not many
only these.
traps.
Yeah, you don't see any traps, and there's only these coffins in this room.
Okay.
So,
Well,
so this area you're standing on is a platform actually, and to your right, the platform opens up to a huge chasm. Now, if you were to go directly off the platform, it'd be a significant drop.
far down.
Let me see. I think it's a 40-foot drop. Or you can also see to the south there's stairs that go down there.
Well, I would vote for the stairs.
Yeah, we can take the stairs.
Also, there's a passage that leads out of this area to the north.
Oh, where does that head?
You're not
We don't
certain.
know.
You don't know. You just showed up here.
Okay, well, let's take the passage out to the north then.
At least explore it.
Yeah, see what's behind us. So I'm gonna basically be stealthing my way along out front here and just searching for any kind of traps as I go along.
So this passage
Little-
opens up to a big cavern with a stream running through it. The cavern ceiling is pretty high, at least 40 feet high around here, and there's a fast-moving stream about 5 foot wide that runs across the floor of the chamber from the north and disappears on a low stone overhang to the south.
What's off to my east here that I see?
There is another tunnel that leads off to another passage, and then there are stairs that go up.
Is there any
And there's nothing over
footprints or
here.
any other type of indication of passage, creatures passing through this way?
You see some orc footprints that go up the stairs. And then you also see that the stream goes to the north, and you can walk through the stream and follow it along. The stream also goes through an underpass to the south, and you can actually see the other side of the stream on through the underpass. So there's a lot of kind of different areas you can go.
Wow, yeah, I was gonna say we have like 3 different areas we can move in here.
Yeah, you realize that you're in a huge underground complex at this point. And you look
Well, I would
around,
say-
and there's glistening minerals on the walls.
Gregory's intrigued by that.
Prospector.
Actually, can I check out the minerals?
You look at it, you think that they're different precious metals, but they're all kind of ore formed. They're very raw. They probably need to be ground down and refined. But you search around and you think there's a lot of precious metals in there, precious gems, things like sapphires, emeralds, etc.
Oh, intriguing.
Yeah, I wish we could probably spend more time here with the equipment to dig some more of it out, but I think we have more pressing things to do.
Not just for making us rich, but components for my spells.
I would vote that we follow where the orcs have been, since that's our primary quarry for the moment, and just kind of remember that we can come back to this area.
Well,
Looks like
following
we
where the orcs have been, you notice that they actually move up the stairs.
Yeah, it looks like we have at least 4 different ways that we can go from just these 2 rooms.
Another thing you notice is that there is a lot of blood and gore being dragged around this area.
Maybe that's where they're bringing the bodies from.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Yeah.
You think that they're dragging like bodies and things like that down the stairs, and they're putting the bodies over there where the bodies were burnt.
Well, I think we're better off, like Drake said, kind of following the orcs for one thing, so they don't come up behind us, and for another thing, we can see what's going on.
To follow the orcs, you'd be going up those steps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll start making my way up the steps. I'm looking for loose rocks, Anything that might look dangerous or trappy.
You don't find any traps. The stairway twists and turns upward. The floor has been cut into hundreds of shallow steps. But the walls and ceiling are still natural rock. As you get to the top of the steps, you notice that they open up to a very, very long staircase going up. Now, this staircase you notice is different than the carved stairs that you're walking up. This staircase seems to be fancy architecture, similar to the dwarven architecture you guys saw when you were assaulting the citadel to begin with.
Yeah. Does this stream look like it loops back down to the lower level?
Yeah, this stream from where you're standing is moving from the west to the east. And the stream at the lower level is moving from the north to the south.
Yeah, I'm gonna scout to the east here. So how deep is the stream? It's not too deep, right?
The stream where it is right now is like 3 feet deep. So you can walk into the stream. You can also walk along the side of the stream. There's enough room.
Okay, I'll walk alongside the stream, and I'm just gonna quietly make my way down along the bank of the stream to see if it heads down back below.
You walk along the stream and you come to this area right. You have to stop there. You gotta stop.
I can see
you
that.
gotta, you gotta stop right there, because the minute you hit that area, you get surprised.
Oh, the minute that I hit this area?
Yeah.
Oh.
You did not see this coming, because as you were walking along on the stream, you did not notice that above head there were some creatures stuck on a ceiling. And the minute you come here, this creatures pounce on you. Let's roll initiative.
Okay. Do I need to move back, or am I okay where I'm at right here?
You can stay right there.
Okay.
My initiative rolls are horrible. Since that one.
But it's a surprise round anyway. So Drake, the next thing you see as you you see this body that's in this alcove over here, and the minute you see this body, the next thing you hear is wings flapping overhead, and you look up and you see this coming right at you, 4 of them.
Oh God. Oh yeah, it's exactly what I thought it was.
And they swarm on top of you.
Yeah. Only 4 of them, though, right?
Only 4 that you can see.
Okay.
You don't know if there's more. So one of them comes over and tries to peck you like a mosquito, trying to get beneath your armor into your skin.
I might have to be shielding here if it helps.
That one misses. Oh, actually, it's supposed to attack with advantage. Sorry.
I will shield this.
Okay. Where's your AC when you shield?
20. So all your future rolls should automatically try to go at 20.
Okay, the second one is going to try to latch onto you as it attacks you.
I thought that was the second one because the first one missed.
No, I was rolling with advantage.
Oh, gotcha.
So this is Sturge number 4. It's not targeting for some reason. It keeps thinking I'm Sturge number 3. There we go.
Yeah, that hits.
23 is going to hit, so it does an immediate piercing damage of 4. And it is stuck on top of you.
Yeah, I would have had my temporary hit points up, but I forgot to do it after the short rest or the long rest. That's okay. I'll let it go for now.
Okay, Sturge number 2.
That's my fault. I need to remember to do that.
Why does it keep doing this? It won't. It's not this thing's turn, and it keeps targeting for this thing instead. There we go. Also attacks you.
Wow, same roll.
It's also stuck on you.
Wow.
Dang.
So Sturge 2 and Sturge 4 both stuck on you. Sturge number 1 is going to try to get stuck on you. And these things have their proboscis stuck into your flesh like a mosquito, and it's draining your blood.
Yeah.
Sturge 1 finishes his attack. He misses.
Wow, okay.
All right.
So yeah, I
Ooh.
got hit with 2 of these things.
That was tough. So we are back up on regular initiative, and Sturge 3 goes again. And it does not no longer attacks with advantage. Totally misses as you throw your hands left and right trying to flap these things off. Now it's your turn. Sturge 2 and 4 are stuck inside you. Have their proboscis is stuck in you.
Can I still attack them?
Absolutely. They're in melee range. They're stuck on you.
Okay, can I I'm guessing I probably wouldn't get both my main hand and my offhand if I did this, but I want to try to like grab one of them and use my scimitar to kind of like sever its proboscis and pull it away from me.
This is what I'll do. You can roll. You can contest a grapple on it. I will roll it against its dexterity. If you succeed on the grapple, I will give you an auto hit.
Okay.
So which one are you going after?
Oh, which 2 are on me?
4 and 2. Both of them. One of them's like in your neck. The other one's in your leg.
Oh, we'll go after the one in my neck.
That's
we'll
4.
We'll say that's 4. Okay.
Okay. So what I need you to do is you're rolling a grapple. I need a strength contest on him. Let me look at it.
Strength is not my strong.
It's going to try to flap away using its acrobatics to get away from you as you try to grab it.
Does it disconnect when it does that?
Not necessarily. It's just trying to get out of your reach. It's still flying. It's just stuck to you. Now, let me.
Can I use my acrobatics to try and grab it?
Well, unfortunately, grapple's got to be athletics.
Oh, okay.
It's got a +3, so it's not that bad.
So it's
Ready?
like,
So we are. I'm open.
-1 on strength.
I'm open rolling. This is a contest. Oh, you got it. You got it. You got it. It rolled in that one. It rolled in that one. So you get to auto hit it. You don't have to roll to hit it. Just auto damage it, however you want.
So I'm basically just taking my one scimitar and just cutting this thing away from me.
Just roll a damage on it. That's more than enough to kill it.
Nice.
Right. And that's probably my full action. I'm guessing I don't get an offhand.
I think that would take both your hand and your offhand. I mean, you're grabbing it and.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and then
technically if you grapple, you're not even allowed another action. But because it's stuck on you, I'm saying, you know what, that's fine.
Well, yeah, and it's intentional in the sense that like I'm just getting hold of it and then trying to cut it off. You know.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Gregory, you hear some commotion over there as you realize Drake has just gotten attacked.
Oh, I need to take that AC5 off me too.
And then let's see. Here.
If you can see them, you should be able to hit them. Actually, is there any light going on over here?
I wouldn't have light up, no.
Oh, then we're talking about dim light. Greg, are you okay seeing this stuff in dim light? I mean, there's some sparkles on the walls with the gems, so.
All right. Well, from where I am here,
You're probably better off going against the ones that are flapping around.
I'm just from where I was. was wondering. I'll find out how to. No way.
Well, you can't see them from there. There's.
I just want to know.
Hold on, I'm trying to open. There we
I'm trying
go.
to know what the distance is to where I.
1, 2, 3. You have enough distance. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you have enough distance. The problem is it's kind of dark over there, where Drake
yeah,
is.
all right. So I can only see the two in my line of sight. So what I'm gonna do? Target this one.
That one's the one that's stuck to Drake.
Yeah.
It is in his leg, flapping around.
I will cast one magic missile at it.
That one magic missile destroyed it. These creatures aren't that hardy. They're vicious, but they're not that strong, you realized.
Yeah, pop targets into the rest of them.
Second one, another magic missile.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. Now I used up all my movement and I can't see any more. But
Your third magic missile, where's it gonna go? It's hovering in the air. You can cast you gotta know where to put it.
Yeah, he's out of movement and he can't see the third.
The third
one.
magic missile attacks the darkness.
yeah, my magic missile attacks the darkness. That's what it does. And I don't know if you want to roll if it hits anything else.
No, it's not gonna hit anything. You gotta be able to see it.
My magic missile attacks the darkness. So I killed two of these sturges. And it's a first level slot, and that's my turn.
It's Lynn's turn.
We got a flapper.
Yeah, Lynn, let me know if you gotta go or anything like that. Because you said you had.
Yep, it's kind of hard to see where the squares are.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the way the modules. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Just a rough estimate is fine. Because technically the stream should be difficult terrain, but I can't even find out what's stream and what's not stream, and you guys on the side of it, so it's fine.
Yeah,
That's
you
about
just see me
30
flailing
about
my
30
arms.
right there.
Yep, I think that was as far as I can go, but I can
Yeah, I think
see
so.
it.
That's it.
Oh. Yeah, and then as soon as that happens. Alright. Alright, well, I'm wounded by 8, but now I have 8 temporary hit points, so.
Oh,
I'm
that.
essentially at normal full health.
Oh, so taking a long breath from that, you're looking around on the floor. Back of this cave lies a desiccated corpse of a dwarf explorer. So this is also a dwarf, but you realize that this corpse is fairly fresh. The dwarf's features no longer are recognizable, but you notice that its armor is kind of weird looking. Like it's very dull looking. It's not like he's wearing some a breastplate, but it's a very dull looking breastplate. Like it's metal, but it's not polished. Like it looks like it's raw metal. And then he has a leather pouch with 35 gold pieces.
Oh, okay. Does he look like he has any of the markings that the other dwarfs had?
No, this dwarf has been desiccated, ripped apart.
Flip him over.
Half of him falls apart.
Okay.
This dwarf, you realize, has been fed on by these sturges for a while. He is completely drained. His body is starting to decompose.
But you said it's recent.
It's fairly recent because it still has flesh on it. Unlike the other dwarves that were just bones. So it has to have been within reasonable amount of time for a body to start decomposing.
So Gregory's detect magic should still
I mean,
be.
yeah, it's not. I mean,
so-
you're certain the dwarf wasn't like there like 5 minutes ago alive. It's just been a while, but not
Yeah.
It's not like one of those entombed bodies that you found earlier.
Yeah, he still has flesh.
So I was
What
saying the detect magic should still be effective. So is there any?
There's no magic here.
Okay.
Well, crap. I guess I need to be looking out for ambushes as I scout.
Those things came from above.
Yeah, keep your eyes on the ceiling as well as the floor as well as the walls.
Just need a few more eyes.
Yeah, I am gonna continue to follow this river around though, because I think this just leads back to where we were. Hey, look at that! It does.
Well, at least we know where it went. Well, there was another passage up off to the north too. From I don't know.
So to your west, you see that this opens up to a big stairway, and the stairway just continues all the way up, and there are actually torches in sconces on either side of this stairway. It's a pretty wide stairway, like 15 feet.
I'm guessing the other end of this stream is not wide enough to walk down because.
Yeah, the area that you're looking at right now goes into the rock, and unless you want to swim into the stream, it comes out of the rock, quite literally. There's no walking area, and even if you were to swim in, you don't think you can fit.
Okay, so it's like a crack or something.
Yeah.
that water is flowing out of. All right, well, I'll start scouting up the stairs, checking for
What
any.
about the other stairs that goes off to the west? Should we check that out first?
I mean, it's
Or
up
the
to you
east, I mean,
guys. The only reason I
east.
suggested this was because of the fact that it looked like there were orc tracks here.
Oh, there wasn't orc track.
Oh,
the
there's
other way.
definitely
Fine.
orc tracks going up and down in the area that you guys are
Okay, we'll
standing,
go this way then.
without a doubt.
I'm fine with that then.
Okay, so you follow those stairs all the way. Those stairs just kind of go off, and the only thing that you see are the two sconces, and the stairs go off for long distance, something like maybe a 50 or 100 feet before you see anything beyond the stairs.
Okay.
And then
I'll
finally,
stay like 30 feet out in front and be just kind of stealthing along.
finally, as you see some light at the end of the stairs.
Walk towards the light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, exactly. And you find yourself in the center of an impressive long chamber. The walls are carved with images of dwarves and forges and anvils. Two large stone doors exit to the north and south of this chamber that you come out of. It's a different map.
Interesting. Yeah, you're just trying to pull it up. Wow.
So in the center of this chamber is where you guys emerge from, which it appears to be a somewhat natural rift that somebody has decided to begin carving steps into later on once the rift is opened. There's dozens of stone steps that you guys come out of to get into this chamber.
I'm gonna be scouting for traps here, especially along the floor, walls, ceiling.
Where are you going to look?
What's that?
Where are you going to look?
Looking towards the north here initially, towards this door at the north, and then eventually, once everybody's upstairs, I will loop around and have a look at the south.
So you get to the door in the north, and it is carved in an image of a glowering dwarf's face. The hinges of the door are visible. On either side of the door, 8 small holes are carefully worked into the stonework about 10 feet above the floor. There are skeletons lying all around, and you think that these skeletons were orcs. They're about the right size, and they've been dead for quite a long time. They've just been kind of left there. Nobody kind of bothered with the bodies, but it looks like these bodies were scorched. There's rusted axe heads that lie near the bodies, with no sign of the axe's hilts.
Ooh, okay. Guys, stand like back and to the sides. Do I see any kind of pressure plates on the floor?
You can roll an investigation here. You see those
Yeah.
holes in the wall.
Well, the burned bodies also kind of
Yeah.
indicate something problematic to me.
Yeah, this is
That or this is
it's
the
pretty
second
obvious.
area.
Oh, I should have rolled that in the tower.
Yeah, roll it again in the tower, because that wouldn't have worked. Worked out for you very well. Oh, you're not you know that this is a trap, but you can't seem to figure out how exactly the trap mechanism works. You're pretty sure that if you try to open the door, the trap will be set off.
All right.
The door seems very heavy. Like it's a stone door that it's not something that you can easily like mage hand. How much mage hand pressure do you have?
Well, they 5 pounds.
Yeah, it's heavier than that. You'd have to really push on this door to open it.
It has to be
The
pushed.
mage hand can carry up to 10 pounds.
Yeah, you don't think you can mage hand this door open?
I'm gonna examine.
If it
I'm
takes
basically
another
gonna do a perimeter search of the room again, continuing to look for traps, like anything on the floor, walls, ceiling, feeling along the walls for secret doors, and I'm just basically gonna do a complete circle of the room, and then
You do not find any secret doors, but you find obvious doors, one right in front of you. Now, this door looks to be sort of like a portcullis. Like there's bars going up and down.
Is it like clear through that you can see?
Yeah, you look through it, and you see that on the other side there's a twisting tunnel. Here, I'll at least open it for you. There's a twisting tunnel, and then there's a big pile of boxes, but you can't get through it because there's iron bars going up and down, and it is locked through a chain, and there's like a lock on the other side of it. Now, if you were to reach around, you can try to pick the lock, but you probably have to do it at disadvantage.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and then just again finishing the perimeter search. And what about the south door? What do we see here? Any kind of trap on the door that is indicated?
The door to the south, there is a handle, but there is no like lock or anything. There's no locking mechanism. There is a handle. It's a wooden door, and it's completely obscured. You don't hear anything on the other side of it. And the handle has one of those things. You know how you have the handle and there's a thumb press on the handle, like you press down. It's got one of those. So you think that there is some form of locking mechanism on it. Just it's obvious. It's not like there's a lock on it, but there's no lock like keyhole on your side of it.
Okay, so wherever the lock is, it's probably on the other side.
Yeah.
So it looks like this door is probably locked, but from the other side.
Well, you don't know if it's locked or not if you don't try it, but you know that this door has a locking mechanism. It's just a locking mechanism you can't access from this side.
Okay, well, I won't open it right now because we only have a few minutes left. But if somebody else wants to give a search, I point out the portcullis and basically say there's got to be a way of opening it. I don't know if we can do that from this side or if it's something on the other side. I will kind of stare through the portcullis and see if there's any levers or anything that I can see. but
The portcullis, you notice it's not like a fancy mechanism that was part of this structure originally. It was just iron spikes that the orcs drove into the ground.
oh, so I don't think that it opens up.
You don't think so? There's a chain wrapped around it. But it's not like you don't. It doesn't look like it was intended part of the architecture where you have a natural portcullis that raises up with a mechanism. You notice that somebody just drilled holes in the ground and wedged these iron bars in it using a lot of strength. So it's like a makeshift kind of gate.